Your calendar, and today we celebrate National Chocolate Wafer Day. These crispy, sweet snacks are an American favorite. Did you know that in Egypt there are special kinds of wafers called fresca that are only sold on the beach in the summertime? Elsewhere in the world, chocolate wafers are enjoyed as a key ingredient in Oreos and ice cream sandwiches and countless other recipes. National Chocolate Wafer Day is truly a global affair. No matter where, how, or what you do when you eat your wafers, these delicious treats are truly worth celebrating. Today is National Chocolate Wafer Day on this Friday, July the 3rd edition of The Joe Show. Our phone number to call in this morning is 859-238-WHIR. That's 238-9447. We start you off this morning, as we always do, playing the national anthem. It's brought to you by Bob Allen Motor Mall and the Hometown Radio Network. And here it is.
The Bob Allen Motor Mall and Hometown Radio Network proudly honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Bob Allen Motor Mall, Hometown Radio Network, teaming up every morning to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Our phone number to call in this morning, as always, is the same, 859-238-9447. That's 238-WHIR on this Friday, the third day of the month of July. I was told that I made a mistake, that I said Thursday instead of Friday. And the reason that I knew that is because I've got a little helper in studio today. My 8-year-old son, Jack, decided he wanted to come and hang out at the radio station and see what Dad does every day. So, Jack, say good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So, Jack's like, Dad, you messed up. You said Thursday instead of Friday. I'm like, well, that's going to be the first of probably like 72 mess-ups this morning. Dad messes up all the time at work. But he gets away with it. It's just part of being on the radio. You mess up all the time. So we're going to do a little birthday party celebrating here this morning for those celebrating Friday, the 3rd day of July, July the 4th, and July the 5th as well. So if you want to call them in, 859-238-WHIR. It's a Friday. Here's Johnny. All right, birthdays today look like this. Lisa Keller celebrates her birthday today. As do my niece and nephew, Eleanor Mathis and Ezra Mathis. Yeah, Jack, your cousins are having birthdays today. Happy birthday, Eleanor and Ezra. Other birthdays today include July the 3rd. Well, Lisa Keller's the only one I have for today. Tomorrow, Patsy Clonch, Heather Collins, Madison Cable, and on Sunday, July 5th, Kim Miller, Tim Breitenbach, Ray Elizabeth, Tyler Rivard, and Casey Moppin. Eight 859-238-WHIR. All right, since we have a special guest in studio, we'll have him, besides just giving us his name, introduce himself, tell us what your name is, tell us what grade you're going into, and where you go to school, and then tell us what your favorite food is. Go ahead, Jack.
My name is Jack.
Okay, what's your last name?
Mathis.
All right.
I'm going in the 3rd grade at Woodlawn Elementary. My favorite food would be spaghetti, pizza, or tacos.
Wow, spaghetti, pizza, or tacos. And again, happy to have Jack in studio this morning. He woke up early. You know, like he was up last night, and I'm like, do you want to go into work with me? He'd been talking about it, and he was like, yeah, I want to go. So I woke him up this morning right before we left. He was excited. He got ready, so he's hanging out with us this morning throughout the morning show. And I'll be with you. It's a typical Friday morning show we have lined up for you. First guest comes on here this morning at 7:40 with the County Agent's Corner. That's Tyler Miller, who joins us this morning from the Lincoln County Extension Office at 7:40. 8 o'clock in the morning hour, Dusty will join us. Kentucky Music Preview number 2 this morning. Dusty will be on here at 8:10, giving us an update and a roundup of what's going on with the Kentucky Music Preview. And at 9 o'clock in the morning this morning, we have got Brian Bailey at 9:35 for a Bailey Law Group Friday. That's the rundown of today's show. We would love to have you on. Again, our phone number to call in this morning is 859-238-9447. It's going to be a Montgomery Gentry type morning. Eddie Montgomery in concert tonight at Millennium Park. Gates open up at 3:30 this afternoon.
Don't you dare go running down my little town where I grew up, and I won't cuss your city lights.
Yeah, 3:30 gates open, 5:30 Ridgeline. About 7 o'clock or so, Eddie Montgomery expected to take the stage. It's going to be a heck of a show, and guess what? It is all free. You can park at the fairgrounds, former fairgrounds, I guess, Boyle County Middle School, Boyle County High School. You can bring chairs, bring a refillable Stanley Cup or something, free ice and free water on hand tonight. And make sure you're there for Eddie Montgomery. It's 6:19 in the morning, and sports starts us off here on The Joe Show.
There's a preacher man in a cowboy shirt where I come from, where a couple boys fight in the parking lot. No, nobody's gonna call the cops where I come from.
The Spurs make a big-time hire. A 4th team joins the sweepstakes for LeBron James. And the WNBA has a pitiful all-star ballot showing. Those are the headlines on this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis guiding you through these Friday morning sports. Starting off in the NBA, where LeBron James could be headed back to the Eastern Conference. The Philadelphia 76ers are reportedly the latest team to express interest in the 4-time MVP. The 76ers made one of the biggest moves of the NBA offseason by acquiring Jaylen Brown in a trade with their division rival Boston Celtics on Wednesday. Brown is coming off one of the best individual seasons, finishing 6th in the regular season MVP voting, but he apparently fell out of favor with the Celtics following various comments after their ouster from the playoffs, ironically at the hands of Philadelphia. The Brown trade made Philly's roster younger after unloading Paul George and 4 draft picks. Now a potential agreement with James would help create a dramatic shift in the Eastern Conference, just 2 years after the Celtics won their league-leading 18th championship in 2024. If the 4-time NBA MVP were to choose the Sixers as his next destination, James would join a roster that includes former MVP Joel Embiid, 5-time All-Star Jaylen Brown, 2-time All-Star Tyrese Maxey, and VJ Edgecombe, who finished 3rd in Rookie of the Year voting. The Warriors, Cavaliers, and even Knicks as well also are teams interested in LeBron James. Staying in the National Basketball Association, the San Antonio Spurs were just a few wins away from an NBA title in 2026. Rumors have swirled since their defeat regarding their next moves to ensure they can get over the hump and hoist the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Well, they've made their first move, and it's on the coaching staff. They've added Billy Donovan to their staff. Donovan, who had spent the last 11 seasons as a head coach in Oklahoma City and Chicago, will now take a step back, operating as the Spurs' lead assistant coach under Mitch Johnson. Donovan took over as the head coach of the Thunder in 2015, nearly led them to the NBA Finals that season, but fell in 7 games in the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. Despite losing Kevin Durant the following season, Donovan experienced solid regular season success, reaching the playoffs in each of his next 4 seasons as the head coach of OKC. Ultimately, he never made it out of the first round of the playoffs again. Donovan and the Thunder mutually agreed to part ways following the 2019-2020 season. He then joined the Chicago Bulls and helped help lead them to the postseason in just his second year with the team. In the WNBA, the WNBA All-Stars were announced yesterday. The lineups decided by fan, media, and players. But according to a report from ESPN, only 85 of 180 players even voted. It's only 47% of the league. Fans accounted for 50% of the vote, while current players and the media account for 25% each. The league's 15 head coaches will select the 12 reserves at a later date. The All-Star game will be held at Chicago's United Center on July 25th. Those are the headlines on this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean. Come on, Boyle County, reduce, reuse, recycle. Let's work together to keep our county beautiful. Load your car, trailer, or pickup truck. Our recycling center will sort your stuff. Don't just throw it away when you can recycle it today. Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Hi, I'm Alan Martin, branch manager at Community Trust Bank. Community Trust Bank has supported communities that we call home since 1903. With locations in Boyle and Mercer County, Community Trust Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to helping you meet your lending needs and financial goals. Please stop by and see me at our Danville main office located at 462 West Main Street. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loans subject to credit approval.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, thank you there, little Rayleigh Joe. Brought to you by our friends over at Southern Heating and Cooling. Keeping your home cozy with Southern Heating and Cooling is your comfort as always their priority. They're veteran-owned, family-operated, locally trusted. Go online, southernheatingcooling.com, 859-324-2770, Southern Heating and Cooling. Sunny and hot today, 95 degrees is the high. A low tonight, 73, 102 is the heat index. You hear those numbers? That's exactly why the America 250 Boyle County Committee said we've got to have free ice, we got to have free water at that Eddie Montgomery concert tonight. And it is going to be free ice, free water. There'll be a water truck there. All you have to do is bring a refillable cup. You'll be able to get ice and water for free the entire night. Awesome. Big-time news for that concert tonight. Tomorrow, Independence Day, 4th of July, fireworks celebrations going off all over the place here in Danville and Boyle County. The big one, obviously, Millennium Park tomorrow night. Mostly sunny, high of 92. Low tomorrow night, 72. And then Sunday, rain showers are likely early in the afternoon. And then sunny later and hot, high of 90. Right now, 6:25 in the morning, 74 degrees here in Danville. Today is also the Paint the Park Friday, where they are allowing you for $10. You get I think it's a 4x4 square at Millennium Park. I saw the pictures. They already have the squares outlined and painted. And $10, all the money goes to benefit the Art Center of the Bluegrass. They give you the supplies. You go out and you can paint whatever family-friendly design that you want to paint inside that 4x4 square today from 9 o'clock until 1. And then they'll clear the park at 1 o'clock. Setup's got to start for that 3:30 gate opening at Millennium Park tonight for the Eddie Montgomery concert. 859-238-9447, 238-WHIR. As we see what's going on out west in Hollywood, the celebrity birthdays. Those famous people having famous birthdays on this famous day, today being July the 3rd. Happy 64th birthday today to Tom Cruise. Jack, do you know who Tom Cruise is?
No idea.
Tom Cruise is an actor and producer, 64 years old, born on this date 64 years ago. Been in the movies Rain Man, Born on the 4th of July, Top Gun, Mission Impossible, Vanilla Sky, Minority Report, Edge of Tomorrow, and A Few Good Men. Happy 64th birthday today to Tom Cruise. Here he is in A Few Good Men as he celebrates his birthday today, 64 years old.
What possible good could come from putting Jessup on staff?
He told Kendrick to order the code red.
He did? That's great. Why didn't you say so? And of course, you have proof of that. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. You were sick the day they taught law at law school.
64 years old today, Tom Cruise having a birthday today. Other birthdays include Julian Assange, 55, the founder of WikiLeaks. having a birthday today. Elle King is 37, singer of X's and O's. Yeardley Smith is 62. She is a voice actress from The Simpsons, does a handful of voices on The Simpsons. And actress Olivia Munn turns 46 years old today. The Newsroom and X-Men Apocalypse, a couple of the movies that she's in. Celebrity birthdays on this Friday, July the 3rd. There you go.
Country music.
All right, Glenn there, Mr. Voice. It was on this date, country music history, back in the year 1946, where Johnny Lee was born in Texas City, Texas. Country music singer whose 1980 single, Looking for Love, went number 1. It was on this date, country music history, 1958, Pensacola, Florida is the place. Aaron Tippin is the person, country music artist and record producer. And it was on this date, country music history in the year 2001. Where did it go? 2020, there it is, where American singer and songwriter Craig Martin died at the age of 52. A prolific songwriter, wrote one of Tim McGraw's greatest hits. And that's what's gone on this date, July 3rd, in country music history. Starting off all the way back in 1946, where Johnny Lee was born. Of course, when you think Johnny Lee, this is the song you think of, Looking for Love, a 3-weeker at number 1.
Well, I spent a lifetime looking for you. Single bars and good time lovers were never true.
Looking for Love spent 3 weeks at number 1 in 1980. He racked up a series of country hits in the early to mid-1980s. Happy birthday, 80 years old today, Johnny Lee, born on this day, 1946. Happy birthday to him.
I was looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching for eyes, looking for traces of what.
It was on this day, country music history, 1958. Aaron Tippin was born. Happy birthday today to Aaron Tippin. There ain't nothing wrong with the radio, says Aaron Tippin. Happy birthday to him.
Sometimes she runs, sometimes she don't. More than once she's left me on the side of the road.
68 years old today for Aaron Tippin.
We go, but there ain't nothing wrong with the radio.
Also did You've Got Something to Stand For, became a popular anthem for American soldiers fighting in the Gulf War. This one went number 1 for him in 1992. There ain't nothing wrong with the radio. And real quickly, it was on this day, 2020, I mentioned the death of Craig Martin, who wrote this popular song for Tim McGraw, Don't Take the Girl, a massive hit in 1994. It's 6:30 in the morning. Bottom Hour News is right now.
Johnny's daddy was taking him fishing when he was 8 years old.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Last year, 31 children died in the U.S. after being left in a hot car. This week's heat wave has brought a renewed warning about the dangers of kids in cars. Here's Paul Miles.
Dr. Britt Anderson is a pediatric emergency medicine physician.
Hot cars and kids just do not mix.
She's offering tips on preventing hot car deaths. Make it a habit of checking your entire car, especially the back seat, before locking the doors and walking away.
You know, another thing to look out for when kids are playing is just keeping your car locked when you're not in it. Like, even if it's parked in your driveway or your garage. I don't know about you, but my kids love to play hide and seek. And so sometimes they just get everywhere, and we've heard of kids getting into cars in that situation as a hiding place and then not being able to get out.
And make sure an adult is always keeping an eye on children while at holiday gatherings. I'm Paul Miles.
Mitch McConnell's spokesperson is releasing a statement on his health. Mark Mayfield fills us in.
This comes as questions have been swirling about the former Senate Majority Leader's health after reports say he was found unconscious last month at his home due to a possible heart attack. In a statement released on Thursday, his team says Senator McConnell appreciates the outpouring of support he's receiving while he continues his recovery in the hospital. The senator continues to improve and is working closely with his staff on Kentucky and Senate matters while the Senate is out of session. The statement does not address the news reports and comes as Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear says he is has been kept in the dark about McConnell's health. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Kentucky officials are urging residents to keep safety in mind when using fireworks this 4th of July weekend. Kentucky State Police Trooper Matt Gayhart says fireworks are dangerous and the risk of injury only increases when users are also under the influence of drugs or alcohol. James Fuller, a safety expert with TNT Fireworks, says it's important spectators stay at least 50 to 75 feet away from anyone lighting fireworks to prevent serious injury. I'm John Shannon.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Weekends just got tastier at Shaker Village. Gather family and friends for music on the lawn every Friday and Saturday at 6:30, featuring live music, cocktails, and casual dining. Don't miss the weekend breakfast buffet every Saturday and Sunday morning at the Trustees table from 7:30 to 10, where you'll enjoy traditional breakfast favorites. And hit up the Sunday lunch buffet from 11:30 to 3, where homestyle comfort meets fresh flavor. Trustees table reservations are available at shakervillageky.org.
Looking to trade or purchase a new automobile? Check out Ray & Auto Sales in Lexington on New Circle Road. Needing help with financing? Get pre-approved with Capital One. When you're there, it's all about quality cars, unbeatable deals, and a name you can trust. That's Ray & Auto Sales. That's RAYYAN, autosales.com.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Eddie Montgomery's hometown concert is tonight. The My Town concert will take place in Millennium Park tonight. Here's what you need to know. Gates open today at 3:30. The opening band Ridgeline will take the stage around 5:30, with Eddie Montgomery expected sometime around 7. You're asked to get there early as a big crowd is expected on hand. There are 4 designated parking areas, 2 of them in the old fairgrounds location and 1 at Boyle County Middle School. Those are all walking parking lots. There's 1 designated parking lot that will have a shuttle bus. That one is the furthest lot away at Boyle County High School. You can bring in chairs or blankets, small personal bags, light snacks, and sealed non-alcoholic drinks or empty refillable water bottles. That's a key to remember, since it was announced that free ice and free water would be on hand at that concert due to the soaring temperatures. You'll just need a reusable cup to fill up. What's not allowed? Alcohol, drugs or weapons, coolers, glass bottles, tents, umbrellas or shade canopies, fireworks, drones or laser pointers, pets except for service animals, scooters or motorized devices. Bring some dollars. There will be plenty of food and drink trucks set up as well. Make sure you stay hydrated and dress in light, loose-fitting, and comfortable clothing. It's tonight at Millennium Park for the first ever hometown concert by Boyle County's own Eddie Montgomery. There's also fireworks shows in the area today and tomorrow. Garrett County will have theirs tonight at the Garrett County Fairgrounds. Gates open at 5 o'clock with concessions available, and the fireworks starting at dusk. Harrisburg will also have their fireworks display tonight at Anderson Dean Park with food trucks available and fireworks at dusk. Tomorrow on the 4th, there's the Danville fireworks in Millennium Park, and the famed Lights Over Harrington will be tomorrow night as well. The Harrisburg-Mercer County Joint Planning and Zoning Commission plans to hold another public meeting on a proposed data center sometime this month. The initial hope was to have another meeting in June, but no date had ever been scheduled. The Harrisburg Herald reports that Planning and Zoning hopes to hold the public meeting in the CU Harrisburg Gymnasium again. Since the last public meeting, the ordinance has also been revised, and that'll be available for the public to view before the meeting as well. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Hello, this is Jessica Sperlin. The Sperlin family is proud to be the owner of Preston Pruitt Sperlin Funeral Home in Danville. Our pledge to you is to offer the same compassionate, caring service that Preston Pruitt established in 1880.
The Sperlin family has many years' experience taking care of families like yours with the finest and most affordable services available. They're located on South 4th Street in Danville. Call 859-236-4343, 236-4343.
Preston Pruitt Sperlin Funeral Home, our family serving your family.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way.
Rise and shine, champions.
right here on the Happy Station, WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Thank you, Little Riley Joe. Brought to you by our friends over at Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville behind Cracker Barrel. Featuring convenience, stay in your car, drive-through, and complete diabetes shop. Monday through Friday, 9 to 7. Saturday, 9 to 5. Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville behind Cracker Barrel. Sunny and hot and a high of 95 today. A low tonight of 73. 102 degrees is the heat index. It is a heat advisory day once again. Tomorrow is Independence Day. Mostly sunny. A high of 92. A low tonight, 72. There is a 50-50 shot of showers tomorrow in the afternoon hours. Sunday showers between 11 and 2, then should clear out and give us some sunshine. After that, high of 90, and then next week begins hot as well. 88 is the high. Although it is, July. We expect it to be hot at some point. Right now, it's 6:37 in the morning, 74 degrees. Friday, the 3rd day of July. Larry Vaught, you've got Vaught's Views. What's up with you, Larry?
Vaught's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
For most Kentucky basketball fans, it is an impossible task not to look ahead about who will be in the starting lineup, even if the season will not be starting for 5 more months. The more Coach Mark Pope missed on big-name high school recruits and key transfer portal additions, the more anxiety was causing Kentucky fans when they thought about the 2026-27 season. However, that all changed when both Malachi Marino and Milan Vasilovic both locked into playing for Kentucky next season. I think almost every Kentucky fan, and probably even Coach Mark Pope, can agree on who 4 of the starters will be next season for the Cats. Point guard has to be Washington transfer Zoom Diallo. The shooting guard is going to be Furman transfer Alex Wilkins. The center is going to be Marino. And there's no way Vasilovic, perhaps the nation's highest paid transfer, is not going to be in the starting lineup.
Vaught's Views will return in a moment.
Big enough to carry 160-plus new and pre-owned vehicles in a 13-bay service department. That's Wildcat Chevrolet.
This is Michael Oliver, and we've expanded. With a new facility and expanded lot, we carry a lot more vehicles than most dealerships around. We have great deals on all new Chevrolets right now, and we have a huge selection of pre-owned trucks and SUVs. We're just a short drive away from a great Wildcat deal.
Big enough to serve you, but small enough to give you special attention. That's the Wildcat way. Wildcat Chevrolet and
The question for Mark Pope is who will be the 5th starter to go with the 4 players he paid the most money to have on the roster. And I really believe that junior Cam Williams will be the 5th starter. It'll be his 2nd season in Pope's offense, and he gives UK size, but more importantly, his length could make him a valuable defender and rebounder to help Marino on the boards. UK is not going to be a defensive juggernaut next season, so why not start the best offensive team? And to me, that has to include Cam Williams.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Larry Vaught, Vaught's Views, Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show at this time here on WHIR. Hey, by now you saw, or if you haven't, you missed out, but 2 days ago, a couple of daredevils scaled the Empire State Building. They climbed all the way to the very, very top of it. I mean, even the tip-top, like, needle of it. And they hung a flag up there, and then it was a man and a woman, and then the man got on one knee on one of the platforms and proposed to the woman on top of the Empire State Building, got engaged more than 1,400 feet over New York City. And then when they got down, they were promptly arrested because they climbed on top of the Empire State Building. But they've got a story forever to tell. Got engaged 1,400 feet in the air on top of the Empire State Building. Well, check out this ad.
Want to show her how you really feel? Then give her the gift of jewelry at the top of the Empire State Building at the very top of the needle thing.
Honey, I have a question.
Why did you bring me up here?
Because I wanted to ask you, will you marry me?
I'll do whatever you want. Just please, let's climb down from here.
But I haven't even given you the matching bracelet yet, and
You're an idiot, and I hate you. Get me down from here.
Jewelry at the top of the Empire State Building at the very top of the needle thing.
He went to the top of the Empire State Building at the very top of the needle thing.
See you soon.
Every kiss begins with
There you go. Let's see what's going on in this morning's world of good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are, and I'm right there with you. These stories right here remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. It's my way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go do the same. for somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up on the piano. It is Mr. Floyd Kramer for you. All right, here we go. Story number one coming from the Harry Reid International Airport over the last weekend, where a layover there for one flyer turned into a $3.3 million payday. A traveler identified only as Anthony won a jackpot on a Wheel of Fortune slot machine in the airport sea gates with a $10 bet. Airport officials announced the win on social media, adding it to a string of recent multi-million-dollar jackpots awarded at the Vegas airport, which is one of only 2 commercial airports in the U.S. that have slot machines at the terminals. Anthony's jackpot is subject to federal tax withholding, but Nevada doesn't tax personal income or gambling winnings, so it's just that the federal tax, and then he takes the rest home. $3.3 million payday. Story number 2 coming from Texas, where a Rio Grande Valley mother is helping babies in neonatal ICU units across Texas by donating nearly 7 gallons of breast milk. Alyssa Martinez is a first-time mom whose son Matthew was born about 3 months ago and has donated over 1,500 ounces of milk through the WHIR Milk Bank in San Benito after completing a screening process that included medical forms, blood work, and drug testing. Cameron County WHIR breastfeeding coordinator Carmen Salas says the donated milk is sent to a milk bank in Austin for pasteurization before being distributed to hospitals across the state of Texas. Local officials are hoping more mothers will become donors, with only 3 currently registered in Cameron County. And story number 3 coming from Brisbane, Australia, where a motorcyclist in Brisbane has reunited with a group of strangers who helped save his life by lifting a 3,300-pound car off of him following a serious car crash last month. Tyler Weeb was pinned under the vehicle after a wrong-way driver caused a collision, and employees from a nearby car dealership, along with other bystanders, jumped in to free him on their second attempt. Weeb was taken to a hospital with multiple injuries, including broken ribs, a broken sternum, and a collapsed lung. After recovering, he recently met up with the rescuers to personally thank them and showed his appreciation by giving them all matching Certified Legend t-shirts. Pretty cool. The good news: a traveler wins $3.3 million in a Vegas airport slot machine. A Texas mom donates almost 7 gallons of breast milk to NICU babies. And a motorcyclist with the Good Samaritans reunite those Good Samaritans who saved his life. That's what's going on in this morning's World of Absolute Good, folks. Floyd Kramer, take us home, buddy. It's all yours. PRN's Garage Pass and Silliness at Sunrise is coming up next.
Pioneer Playhouse is celebrating 77 years in the Bluegrass. We're Kentucky's oldest outdoor theater, and we're right here in Danville. Enjoy a home-cooked dinner in our shaded courtyard before the show. Shows are nightly, Tuesday through Saturdays. New showtime, 8 o'clock p.m. instead of 8:30. Dinner is optional, and now served only on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. The Iron Baby Angel, adapted by Robbie Henson. A Kentucky Voices world premiere, June 30th through July 18th, closed July 4th. Follow the misadventures of a young Harold Hines Jr., a precocious Tom Sawyer-like character, as he navigates the quirky places and unique faces that populated Danville in 1909. This Kentucky Voices original celebrates our hometown history and America's 250th anniversary. Pioneer Playhouse is located at 840 Stanford Road, here in Danville. When the sun goes down, the stars come out at Pioneer Playhouse.
This is Kyle Larson, and you're listening to PRN's Garage Pass.
Kyle Larson is one heck of a race car driver from behind the wheel, and guess what? His kids are too. We're going to tell that story next. For PRN's Garage Pass, this is Andrew Kurland.
From fueling NASCAR champions on the track for over 20 years to innovating 94 octane, the highest octane on the market. Performance is what Sunoco does. All Sunoco fuel at the pump meets the same top-tier standards as the fuel used in NASCAR. From the track to your tank, you can trust Sunoco to help your vehicle perform at its peak.
Two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion Kyle Larson has two kids that race as well. Owen, his son, and Audrey, his daughter, are right now racing in the lower ranks. And let me tell you, Kyle is a full-blown racing dad. We got the chance to talk to him about that not too long ago. The question is, does he get nervous watching his kids race?
I don't get nervous at all watching them, but I love it. I don't know, I just have a good time watching them, grow and get better and work kind of, at it. So, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And this year I'm starting my own team for them. So that's really exciting. In the past, I've rented rides from others. And so now it's fun to have my own employees and have our own equipment in our shop and kind of get to have control over what it looks like and what parts we order and stuff. So yeah, that's been fun. And then, yeah, like I said, just seeing them develop and work at getting better is always cool.
Yeah, what kind of a racing dad are you?
I'm, what you see is what you get. I feel like I'm pretty laid back. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get too worked up. I don't really ever get mad, or I definitely don't get, I'm not one of those parents that's yelling at other parents and stuff. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm just the same racing dad as I am a racer, just pretty laid back.
I know one thing's for certain. They've got a pretty good driving coach in their dad, Kyle Larson. For PRN's Garage Pass, this is Andrew Curlin.
In the automotive industry, time and trust mean everything. Miss an electrical problem, and it can mean big problems for your operation. That's why Napa believes in testing the 5 critical components in every vehicle: the battery, starter, alternator, relay, and serpentine belt. And why we deliver the parts, tools, and expertise you need to catch problems before they become breakdowns. So test every vehicle and trust the name that keeps your bays busy and your business moving full speed ahead. Napa know-how.
The U.S. Treasury quietly released its official financial report for 2025. It appears by its own numbers, the U.S. government seems insolvent. It's reported that the Treasury shows about $6 trillion in assets and over $47 trillion in liabilities. Add it all up, and it looks like the U.S. owes more than $130 trillion it doesn't have. If that were a family, they'd earn $52,000 a year, spend $73,000, and already be more than $1 million underwater. Any accountant would call that insolvent. So how does the government fix this? It can print money, which erodes your purchasing power, it can raise taxes, or it can cut benefits. And none of those can help to protect you. That's why many people who have something to lose move part of their savings into physical gold and silver, assets that can't be printed, defaulted on, or voted away. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD for their complimentary gold and silver guide and a no-pressure conversation. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. Do it before the next headline, not after. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Caring for someone with memory loss isn't a one-size-fits-all situation. In fact, the needs of someone in the early stages of dementia or Alzheimer's are very different from someone in their later stages. That's why the Lantern at Morning Point of Danville Memory Care offers a one-story home-like community featuring 2 distinct memory care areas, each designed to meet residents where they are in their journey. Giving you an excellent, thoughtful approach to memory care, you can trust the Lantern professionals at Morning Point of Danville Memory Care, offering the right setting, right support, right time at morningpoint.com.
Have you heard about Farmers National Bank's Teller On Demand service? I gave it a try and I loved it. I simply touched the screen, talked with bank specialists live on screen, and they made it quick and easy. And the service even offers extended hours, 8 to 6 weekdays and 9 to 2 on Saturday. Teller On Demand is a quick and easy way to make withdrawals, deposits, or ask a question. Farmers National Bank, member FDIC.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, little Riley Joe, appreciate that. Brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Calling Mark or Chris for a free quote. 859-236-6686. A brutal one today. Sunny and hot. High of 95. A low tonight of 73. 102 degrees is the heat index today. We are under a heat advisory. And again, telling you, giving you as many tips as we can about being cautious and careful. We want you to go to the Eddie Montgomery concert without a shadow of a doubt. We want you out there. But make sure you're taking the necessary steps, hydrating. You know, you can bring an empty refillable water cup with you, a Stanley cup or something like that. You can bring some sealed drinks as long as they're non-alcoholic. You just cannot bring a cooler with you. You can put those, though, in your bag or whatever it may be. And obviously you and your bag are subject to search, so you try to sneak something in, they're going to catch you tonight. But you can bring stuff in to the show. You can bring chairs and blankets, stuff to keep you cool like that. And you can do all that. But make sure you're there. 3:30 gates open up. 5:30, Ridgeline is on stage, and around 7 o'clock, the big time, Eddie Montgomery is on stage for the first time ever in his hometown of Danville and Boyle County. 859-238-9447 is the phone number to call in. 100% hilarious. So bad they're good. Warning, these may make you cringe. It's time for everyone's sixth favorite segment on The Joe Show. Every single morning, we call this one the Dad Joke of the Day. And since I've got Jack in studio with me this morning, for those just tuning in, my oldest son, Jack, he's 8 years old, going to be a third grader at Woodlawn. He turns 9, actually a month from yesterday. August the 2nd is his 9th birthday. And Jack wanted to come in studio with me this morning. So woke him up. He's here with me for Talent Show Day at Woodlawn. Jack did stand-up comedy. And so I thought, what a better chance for him to continue to hone his skills than for him to do the dad joke of the day. So we're going to let Jack this morning do the dad joke of the day. Here it is.
Dad joke of the day.
All right, go ahead, Jack.
Why do seagulls fly over the sea?
Okay, why do seagulls fly over the sea? I don't know. Why?
Because if they flew over the bay, then there'd be bagels.
Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels. That makes sense. That's why they fly over the sea. The dad joke of the day, Mondays through Fridays, right here in The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Way to go to Jack this morning.
Welcome to the planet of the apps.
Well, if you're ever in a car accident, I hope you're not, but there's an app you might want to get. It's an app called Wreck Check. And Wreck Check works in 3 different ways. Number 1, it's a checklist of all the things you need to make sure and do if you ever have an accident. Number 2, Wreck Check tells you which information you should and should not share with the other person in the accident. This protects your identity. And number 3, it can also help you contact your insurance company. Wreck Check. See what you think. It's free. Wreck Check. Right here with Rick Dees and this molten magma we call the planet of the apps.
There we go. Ricky Dees, the planet of the apps, Mondays through Fridays, right here on The Joe Show. Leads us into this morning's Country Comic Spotlight. Well, speaking of seagulls, Jack, this guy's last name is Siegel. Spelled differently, not spelled like the bird. It's spelled S-I-E-G-E-L. Mike Siegel. And Mike Siegel talking about going on vacation to different places and how he enjoys traveling. Mike Siegel, Country Comic Spotlight. Here he is.
Down south this summer, I was in Mexico City for 5 days. I just went by myself. I'd never been there before. I love Mexico. I think it gets a bad rap. I love the people, loved it. And everybody was so scared. They were just like, don't go to Mexico City, man. Why? Oh, it's really spread out, it's really crowded, and the traffic's horrible, and the air quality's bad, and there's a lot of crime, and you can't speak English everywhere. And I was like, yeah, I live in L.A. You just described every day of my life for the last 20 years. Ooh, don't tell me, is there a lot of Mexicans there too? What's that like? Gee, I hope I understand the food. What is this, a taco? Am I saying that right? Taco? Is that right? Interesting. No big deal. Tell you what, you live in LA, you go to Mexico, not a big culture shock. You know what's a culture shock to me now? Vermont. That's a culture shock. Alabama, just a bunch of people walking around speaking English and pouring ranch dressing all over everything. What's a gringo got to do? Get a cold horchata up in here. Where else was I had a FAR trip last year. I went to Australia. Anybody been there? Yeah, it's fun, boy. I love Australians. They're just tan Canadians who surf. That's all they are. And again, no one hates them. They get away with anything. Australian guy, these are the least politically correct people you've ever met in your life. They just say anything they want. Blah! They don't care. And they get away with it with that cool accent. Here's something an Australian guy's never done before telling a filthy joke in public. Never done it. Just blah, just says it.
There is Mike Siegel in the Country Comic Spotlight. When he went quiet, he was looking around, making sure nobody hears him that he's going to offend. He was saying that the Australian guy never has to look around before he tells a joke. He doesn't care. He just says what he wants to. Mike Siegel in this morning's Country Comic Spotlight. Well, also on Mondays and Fridays, we take a look at UK sports during this segment, which is not necessarily silliness at sunrise and funny material, but a look at UK sports with Tom Leach. See what Tom Leach has got today. Here he is.
Kentucky point guard Zoom Diallo talks about his mindset. That's coming up on a look at UK sports.
Get ready to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Trigg County Country Ham Festival in Cadiz. Join us October 9th and 10th for a golden milestone of family fun. Savor award-winning country ham. Feast on local food, enjoy live music and entertainment, and discover unique crafts. Experience tradition like never before. October 9th and 10th, Kentucky. Find what moves you.
Did you get a little impatient when Mark Pope was filling out his Kentucky basketball roster? Your head knows it takes time. Your heart knows you want to know now. It was the same for point guard Zoom Diallo.
It was patience. There was a lot of patience, but it was also me recruiting. When Malachi was going through his whole thing, I was talking to him. It made it even easier me committing because dudes knew that I was on the team. Alex called me early and, spoke his mind of, how he felt coming in. And, I watched his film. I even watched him, that UConn game. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just tell you I'm here to win. And that's what I told him. And I feel like it made this process easier for him to come. But most definitely me being an early guy to commit, you kind of got to wait and see. And then there's a lot of patience, just waiting, especially until Milan came. But when he committed and kind of seen the whole roster, it made it very easy and it made it better for me feeling as a sense of release, like, all right, now let's do it, let's go hoop.
Diallo's been a leader, so has Malachi Moreno. I talked to him after practice one day recently and asked him if he was that way in his senior season at Great Crossing High School. He said no. That tells you this is a young big man that is evolving and maturing, and that's dangerous for the teams Kentucky will play this season. Happy birthday, America, and that's a look at UK sports.
Hey there, Tom Leach taking a look at UK sports Mondays and Fridays right here on The Joe Show at this time on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. 7 o'clock in the morning is coming your way. It is Eddie Montgomery Day here in Boyle County, and he'll lead us to our top hour news.
A story that my daddy tells religiously, like clockwork every time he sees an opening in a conversation about the way things used to be. Well, I just roll my eyes and make a beeline for the door, but I'd always end up starry-eyed, cross-legged on.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. It could be the hottest 4th of July on record in parts of the U.S. A heat wave has been sweltering the eastern U.S. from the Midwest to the East Coast, and hundreds of heat records could be set by Saturday. These women are trying to enjoy the outdoors in Boston, with temperatures climbing into the upper 90s and low 100s.
It's hot. It's very hot. Just drink a lot of water and wear a lot of sunscreen.
Yesterday, New York City tied its record for the day of 100 degrees degrees, and it could get even hotter today. Extreme heat warnings have also been posted in Boston, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. as well until 8 p.m. Saturday. A new government report finds the U.S. Secret Service missed multiple opportunities to prevent the 2024 assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Trump was then a presidential candidate when a gunman opened fire from a nearby rooftop during a campaign rally in Pennsylvania, killing one spectator and wounding Trump. The Department of Homeland Security's Inspector General says the Secret Service failed to properly secure the perimeter, block the shooter's line of sight, and detect a drone the gunman used to survey the rally site before the attack. Reports say the FBI is expanding its 2020 election probe in Georgia. Mark Mayfield reports.
An FBI memo directs field offices to surge over 250 personnel to support an FBI Atlanta priority investigation. Reports say it's an effort to dig deeper into the election fraud claims that President Trump continues to push. The probe appears to be centered in Fulton County, where Trump was indicted by District Attorney Fani Willis over election interference claims. Willis was removed from the case over her romantic relationship with a special prosecutor, and the entire case against Trump was ultimately dropped.
Some institutions this year will be observing Independence Day today. Most government offices will be closing early for the holiday. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Selling your house the traditional way takes time. Agents, showings, repairs, fees. It's a hassle. But what if you could skip it all and sell your home for cash fast? At House Buyer Network, we buy homes in any condition. No commissions, no closing costs, no cleaning, no repairs. Whether it's inherited, outdated, or you're behind on payments, we'll make you a fair cash offer within 24 hours. Close in as little as 7 days. Thousands have sold the easy way. Now it's your turn. Call 833-464-0827 for your free no-obligation fast. That toll-free number once again to call, 833
The holiday travel rush is underway. This traveler has a positive attitude despite the busy airports.
I always think it is good to get here early. There's there's food, there's coffee shops, there's shopping in airports. Just get here early, wait, and be patient.
More than 72 million Americans will travel during the Independence Day holiday period this year. That's according to AAA. The holiday travel sets another record, but it is only a 0.5% increase from last year as rising inflationary pressures take a toll. The travel period started on Saturday, June 27th, and goes through Sunday, July 5th, with many Americans expected to travel at least 50 miles from home. According to AAA, most travelers will hit the road as more than 61 million travelers are projected to drive to their destinations. Air travel remains steady, while cruising and other modes of transportation see the strongest growth. President Trump's latest financial disclosure shows his investment accounts made 327 stock purchases one day before he announced his first tariff pause. Tammy Trujillo reports.
None of the stock purchases had been disclosed before Tuesday, despite a 45-day deadline to report financial transactions. The disclosure is fueling demands from both Republicans and Democrats for greater scrutiny of his financial interests. Trump's purchases of more than 300 stocks came on April 8, 2025, before he backtracked on his tariff regime, pausing them for 90 days. The White House says neither the president nor his family has ever engaged or will ever engage in conflicts of interest.
And a man has been found alive after being buried for 8 days in the rubble of the Venezuelan earthquakes. Rescuers on Thursday say they found 44-year-old Hernan Gil alive in the basement of a collapsed building in the northern city of La Guera. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Summertime, We're all ready for some summertime fun and at a big deals price. Go to Beach Bend Park and Splash Lagoon Water Park with admission tickets just $30 at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net. They're determined and dedicated to providing safe, clean fun for all guests this summer. Beach Bend has rides for everyone in the family. The nationally recognized Kentucky Rumbler wooden roller coaster. There's the whole family ride, the wet adventure down the Whitewater Express. And there's plenty of fun at Lagoon Water Park, a day of summer fun, plus included with your admission ticket, you get free parking, free sunscreen, free tubes, all at Beach Bend Park in Bowling Green. Just a 2-hour drive away, so get ready to pack up and go to Beach Bend Park with admission tickets just $30 for a full day of fun in the sun. Go to hometownlive.net and click on Big Deal. So shop now! Shop now, buy now. Also save $5 on Pioneer Playhouse tickets. It's Friday, so make plans for the Lincoln County Fair tonight in Stamford. Pay just $20 at the gate for admission, carnival, and events. At 6, the Carnival and Floral Hall opens. At 6:30, it's the Lamb and Sheep Show at the Livestock Barn. At 7, it's the TNT Truck and Tractor Pool. Also at 7, take in wrestling at the Pageant Building. The Lincoln County Fair is located at the bottom of Hall's Gap in Stamford. See you at the fair. Runs tonight and tomorrow. You gotta go.
Good morning to you. It's Friday. It's the 3rd day of July. That's 070326 on your calendar. A great day, sunny and hot. 95 is the high, 73 is the low. 4th tonight on Eddie Montgomery Friday here in Danville and Boyle County. We'll talk about that concert, what to expect, what you can and what you cannot bring in. It's all coming up in the local news. Brought to you by Stuart Powell Ford Mazda.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stuart Powell Ford and Mazda. All of us here would like to thank everyone in Boyle and the surrounding counties for once again selecting our dealership as a #1 new car dealership, used car dealership, and place to have your vehicle serviced. We strive daily to meet every need of every customer, and since 1949 we have been providing quality products and services at a fair price while treating our customers and employees with respect. Stop in at 225 South Danville Bypass and see just how easy it is to do business with us.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
Eddie Montgomery's hometown concert is tonight. The My Town concert will take place in Millennium Park tonight. Here's what you need to know. Gates open today at 3:30. The opening band Ridgeline will take the stage around 5:30, with Eddie Montgomery expected sometime around 7. You're asked to get there early as a big crowd is expected on hand. There are 4 designated parking areas, 2 of them in the old fairgrounds location and 1 at Boyle County Middle School. Those are all walking parking lots. There's 1 designated parking lot that will have a shuttle bus. That one is the furthest lot away at Boyle County High School. You can bring in chairs or blankets, small personal bags, light snacks, and sealed non-alcoholic drinks or empty refillable water bottles. That's a key to remember, since it was announced that free ice and free water would be on hand at that concert due to the soaring temperatures. You'll just need a reusable cup to fill up. What's not allowed? Alcohol, drugs or weapons, coolers, glass bottles, tents, umbrellas or shade canopies, fireworks, drones or laser pointers, pets except for service animals, scooters or motorized devices. Bring some dollars. There will be plenty of food and drink trucks set up as well. Make sure you stay hydrated and dress in light, loose-fitting, and comfortable clothing. It's tonight at Millennium Park for the first ever hometown concert by Boyle County's own Eddie Montgomery. There's also fireworks shows in the area today and tomorrow. Garrett County will have theirs tonight at the Garrett County Fairgrounds. Gates open at 5 o'clock with concessions available, and the fireworks starting at dusk. Harrodsburg will also have their fireworks display tonight at Anderson Dean Park with food trucks available and fireworks at dusk. Tomorrow on the 4th, there's the Danville fireworks in Millennium Park, and the famed Lights Over Harrington will be tomorrow night as well. The Harrisburg-Mercer County Joint Planning and Zoning Commission plans to hold another public meeting on a proposed data center sometime this month. The initial hope was to have another meeting in June, but no date had ever been scheduled. The Harrisburg Herald reports that Planning and Zoning hopes to hold the public meeting in the CU Harrisburg Gymnasium again. Since the last public meeting, the ordinance has also been revised, and that'll be available for the public to view before the meeting as well. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230.
Are you at risk for diabetes? Nearly 1 in 3 adults are living with prediabetes that, without intervention, could become type 2 diabetes. Know your risk in 26. Take the online screening at doihaveprediabetes.org. See your healthcare provider if you are high risk and make lifestyle changes to prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Take action now. Take the online screening at doihaveprediabetes.org, supported by your Boyle County Health Department.
Danville's Famous Recipes been serving Central Kentucky with the best chicken since 1972. Enjoy your money-saving $6 meal. Choose from 2 famous strips with 2 pieces of our famous golden fried chicken, your favorite side, homestyle buttermilk biscuit, and drink, all at just $6. Or grab the 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece family meal with large shareable sides and a buttermilk biscuit. Call for expert caterers at 859-236-8777. It's Danville's Famous Recipes Southport. It's not just chicken, it's tradition.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Little Rayleigh Joe, brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Morning Point of Danville, a state-of-the-art assisted living community, giving residents a better quality of life. Get information on Facebook and Morning Point of Danville. When you look it up, Point has an E on the end of that word. Morning Point of Danville. Sunny and hot. Oh, man. 95 is the high. 102 is the heat index. And I got to get out and mow this afternoon. A low tonight of 73. Tomorrow, Independence Day, July 4th. Mostly sunny, high at 92. A low tomorrow night, 72. Fireworks at dusk in Boyle County, Millennium Park tomorrow. And those should be good to go. Sunday, showers, thunderstorms are likely. Mostly sunny as well in the afternoon. And a high of 90. Right now, 7:12 in the morning. I'm in studio, and my son Jack is in studio with us this morning as well. Jack decided to want to be on the radio, come in and see what I do every single day at work. And so he's hanging out with me this morning, and he's already told the dad joke of the day. He's doing a great job, so appreciate Jack being in studio with us this morning. Hey, real quickly, let's see what's going on at Just Love Coffee and Cafe in Danville. A new month means new flavors and a new opportunity to give back to the community. July's Drinks of the Month, in partnership with the Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue, is the Cocoa Campfire Latte and the Jolly Rancher Red Bull Infusion. Those are the 2 new drinks of the month at Just Love Coffee, partnering with the Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue. Every month, Just Love Coffee and Cafe partners with a local organization that makes a difference. And throughout July, $1 from every drink of the month sold will be donated to the Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue to help provide food, medical care, shelter, and second chance for dogs in need. And you can check them out, Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue, by going to their Facebook page, Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue on Facebook. Now, here's the cool thing about Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue. I mentioned the 2 July drinks of the month. There's the Jolly Rancher Red Bull Infusion. That is a crisp, refreshing mix of green apple and watermelon flavors with watermelon Red Bull. It's a perfect way to cool off this summer. Then there's the other one, the Cocoa Campfire Latte. That drink is named after one of the dogs at Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue named Coco. And Coco, I have been told, is available for adoption right now. If you want to adopt Coco, who is such an awesome dog that she has a dog named or has a drink named after her at Just Love Coffee, you can do that. Jack is waving his hand in the air saying, I want to adopt Coco. Coco's Campfire Latte is a rich chocolate latte topped with toasted marshmallow cold foam and finished with a graham cracker crumble. It's basically s'mores in a cup. Just Love Coffee and Cafe. Get there. If you order the July drinks of the month, $1 from each of those goes to Fields of Freedom, or you can always round up your order next time you're there to donate to Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue. Let's see what's breaking and trending this morning right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. And here we go. An Olympic canoeist, yes, an Olympian, has been indicted by a grand jury on felony destruction of property charge for allegedly vandalizing the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Eagle, which President Donald Trump's administration has recently renovated. David Hearn was arrested by U.S. Park Police on June the 19th and initially charged with misdemeanor destruction of government property. USA Today previously reported in the July 2nd indictment in D.C. Superior Court that Hearn is accused of, quote, maliciously breaking or destroying lining material on the bottom of the reflecting pool and causing more than $1,000 in damages. He's accused of ripping a piece of recently installed sealant on the bottom of the reflecting pool, Now, apparently Hearn admitted to reaching down into the pool. The National Park Service employee saw him removing the bottom liner with both hands. When an employee told him to stop, he allegedly shouted at her that she cared too much about the pool and asked her why she cared since it wasn't her pool, according to lawyers in Piro. Lawyers for Hearn, however, denied the allegations following his his arrest, accusing Trump's administration in a statement of treating ordinary conduct as criminal. We'll see how that happens. Today is the big day. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are tying the knot today. Sparks are flying for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, whose second wedding event is reportedly being held today at Madison Square Garden. The event today is slated to take place around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, beginning with a cocktail hour. 1,000 people are expected to be in attendance at this event, which isn't scheduled to end until 4 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. On Thursday, an SUV with tinted windows, believed to be transporting Swift, was spotted arriving at Madison Square Garden around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Swift and Kelce were scheduled to hold an event at the arena beginning at 6 o'clock in the evening for around 100 people. For both events, yesterday's and today's, a strict no-phone policy is in place for everyone inside the venue, including guests, vendors, and security personnel. Meanwhile, representatives for Swift or Kelce have not confirmed any details about that event. Hey, Iran prepared today for a days-long funeral for the late Supreme Leader Al-Khamenei, with banners across Tehran urging the public to rise up in support of the Islamic Republic after the devastating war that killed the 86-year-old cleric. The country's theocracy plans to see millions flood the streets of the capital beginning tomorrow in scenes reminiscent of the burial of their late Supreme Leader in 1989. That could provide a boost for Iran's government, particularly as it tries to leverage its hold on the Strait of Hormuz in negotiations with the U.S. over a permanent end to the war, and as concerns still linger that Israel could yet attack again. And doctors at Norton Children's Hospital in Louisville said they are seeing more children come to the ER with injuries from electric scooters. Dr. Naomi Warnick, a pediatric emergency room doctor at Norton, explained the increase. Quote, "I've seen more e-bike and e-scooter injuries, I feel like, in the last couple of weeks than I have the last few years." She recommends children wear helmets that sit on top of the head, along with elbow pads and knee pads. She also said parents should focus on where their children is riding, make sure it's safe and they stay hydrated. She said those injuries include broken bones, skin injuries like road rash, and head injuries. That's what's breaking and trending this morning right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News, Talk Sports, and HometownLive.net. What about it, folks? 7:18 in the morning, and the Big Daddy makes his morning debut. Coming up next on The Joe Show.
This is Jack Mathis. I love sports, and this is Sports with the Big Daddy, Steve Bochum. Brought to you by Stuart Powell Mazda.
At Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, we are proud to be your hometown dealer for many reasons. Selection, service, convenient location, and our people. Your friends, family, and neighbors. Since 1949 at Stuart Powell, we make it easy. Stuart Powell Ford Mazda. Visit us on the bypass in Danville or online at stuartpowell.com.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. In baseball yesterday, a great pitching matchup went the way of Cincinnati, which finally beat Milwaukee this year 7-2. Chase Burns, now 10-1, beat Jacob Mizorowski of the Brewers. The Reds had homers from Sal Stewart, Jose Trevino, and T.J. Friedel. Cincinnati hosts Baltimore tonight. Other scores from Thursday: Guardians 6, White Sox 5, Cardinals 11, Braves 5, Pirates 6, Phillies 1, and the Dodgers 12, Padres 7. Also winning were the Mariners, Rangers, Rays, and the Rockies. The North American host for the Men's World Cup soccer matches are set for the final 16. Canada faces Morocco tomorrow afternoon at 1 in Houston. Mexico meets England Sunday night at 8 in Mexico City. And the United States plays Belgium Monday night at 8 in Seattle. Yesterday's World Cup scores: Spain blanked Austria 3-0, Portugal edged Croatia 2-1 in overtime, and Switzerland shut out Algeria 2-0. Today's action in the knockout round of 32 looks like this: Argentina versus Cabo Verde, Australia versus Egypt, and Colombia versus Ghana. The top-rated girls high school basketball player in the class of 29 in Kentucky has committed to play collegiately for Kenny Brooks at UK. 6'6" Jaden McLean of Ryle made her announcement on social media. McLean averaged 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 block shots per game last year as a freshman. Hometown Radio brings you NASCAR racing this weekend from Chicagoland Speedway. Join us tomorrow evening for O'Reilly Auto Parts Racing at 5 o'clock. Cup Racing comes to you Sunday at 5, both on WHIR-FM 1039. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
This is Boyle County EMS Director Mike Rogers. Boyle County is one of 6 counties in the state that offers a crisis response unit. What does that mean? When 911 receives a call from someone going through a mental health crisis, Boyle County EMS responds appropriately in a discreet manner with a social worker and a paramedic, keeping the individual's dignity intact. If you or someone you know suffers from a mental health issue, Boyle County EMS is ready to help. Call 911 or Boyle County EMS at 859-238-1134. Boyle County EMS, when life feels overwhelming, we bring calm, care, and a path forward.
At Morning Point of Danville Assisted Living, you get the independent living feel with just the assisted living support you need. Discover spacious suites with larger floor plans, full-size appliances, kitchenettes, private entry, featuring active living access to hobby and exercise areas, all with just a personalized support designed for each resident. Featuring restaurant-style dining with multiple menu options, it's the perfect balance of independence at the level of support you need. Get a personal tour and start the conversation at Morning Point of Danville Assisted Living. Find out more at morningpoint.com.
Extension cords can really come in handy around the house, but if used improperly, they can also cause a fire. Here's some advice from the folks at your local electric cooperative on how to use them safely. Never nail or staple a cord to the wall or floor. Don't run cords under rugs or carpets, and always throw away frayed, cracked, or worn extension cords. We're Kentucky's electric cooperative, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Bad decisions limit future options. Stop adversity from becoming stress. Listen to The Flatline with host Rick Hughes, Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WHIR. Learn problem-solving devices built on God's Word. For inspiration, education, all without manipulation. The Flatline Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WHIR and online at hometownlive.net.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Thank you there, Little Riley Joe. Brought to you by the Little Sign Shop. Our new owners and operators offering all types of quality signs at affordable prices. Many within 24 hours. They're in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them. 859-238-7391. Almost had the wrong phone number. All right, Jack, tell us what the weather is today.
102 degrees or something?
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, that's right. 102 degrees is the heat index. That means that's what it'll feel like. 95 is the temperature. 102 is the heat index. A beautiful day for baseball. Ain't that right, Jack? 102 degrees. Okay, no comment, huh? Tomorrow, you get rain showers and thunderstorms mixing together with some sunshine. A high tomorrow of 92, and should be good for the fireworks shows tomorrow night. On Sunday, showers and thunderstorms are likely, and a high of 90. Right now, 7:25 in the morning on this Friday, the 3rd day of July. 859-238-9447 is the phone number to call in. It's a feature flick Friday as we see what movies are hitting the box office on this holiday weekend. All right, one of them, the first one we'll talk about, is one Jack wants to see real bad. It's called Minions and Monsters. Jack asked in the commercial break, can we go see this? I'm like, well, probably not today, but maybe sometime. Now, this has been a busy past couple of months movie watching. Because, Jack, me and you went and saw The Mandalorian and Grogu back in May, yeah. And then we went and saw The Breadwinner, the Nate Bargatze movie, a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, and Toy Story 5 is out, which would be cool to see. And now there's this one, Minions and Monsters. Now, you asked me a couple days ago, and I didn't know the answer to it. You said, why is Gru not in this movie? Because Gru is like the main bad guy turned good guy in the whole Minions franchise, and the Minions are kind of his counterparts. He's the one that has the Minions. So why is there a Minions movie without Gru? It's because this movie, Jack, takes place in the year 1920, before Gru is born. The third Minions project takes place in 1920 as the Minions become silent movie stars. They make their own monster movie after Hollywood rejects them, and then they have to save the world from the real monsters they've unleashed. Minions and Monsters, rated PG. Good children's movie. It actually opened on Wednesday. It gets that long boost of the holiday weekend. It opened in theaters on Wednesday, Minions and Monsters. There's also Young Washington, rated PG-13. A guy named William Franklin Miller plays George Washington in the years before the Revolutionary War, when our future president was fighting for the British crown and trying to help them push the French out of the colonies. So even before George Washington was like, no, I'm American, we're separating from Britain, he's fighting for Britain in this movie before the Revolutionary War. Young Washington, rated PG-13. Kelsey Grammer, Andy Serkis, Ben Kingsley also in this movie. Then there's a movie called Thrash, rated R, comes out on Netflix, a survival thriller about a coastal town attacked by the sharks around that town after a town floods during a Category 5 hurricane. So like the sharks, a Cat 5 hurricane comes in, floods the town, and then there are sharks swimming around town. Stars Phoebe Dynevor from Bridgerton, Whitney Peak from The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and Jimon Hunsu is also in this movie. Thrash is rated R. That's on Netflix. Young Washington, rated PG-13. And then Minions and Monsters, rated PG, and open on Wednesday. Those are the three new releases in theaters this week. What'd you say, Jack?
Definitely.
Definitely. Minions and Monsters, a definitely. We're back after this.
Is your car in need of a shine? Keep it sparkling all month long with Safari Falls Car Wash. Locally owned, locally loved. Come visit us at Safari Falls. Your car deserves the best, and so do you.
Free vacuums, free towels, free interior and glass cleaner. Everything you need to shine inside and out, included with every wash.
We have your car covered with unbeatable service around the clock. Our Jane Trail location is open 24/7 for your car care needs.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
What is it that makes parents continue to choose Danville Christian Academy for their kids' education?
Hi, my name is Amy. What I love most about DCA is that my children can go to school and worship God each and every single day.
Hello, my name is Jenna, and what I love most about DCA is that my kids are learning their true identity in Christ.
Hi, my name is Brittany, and I love DCA because my kids get a quality education that is Christ-centered.
You can find out firsthand why parents are choosing Danville Christian Academy. Enrolling now for preschool through 12th grade.
In the heart of Harrodsburg, Kentucky, Mercer Stone Company is shaping driveways and dreams. Supplying quality stone with local dedication, these folks know a thing or two about building from the ground up. With friendly service and a commitment to getting your project done right, you'll find the materials and know-how you need. And lay the foundation for your next great project with Mercer Stone Company today. We will rock you.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
All righty, okay. 7:30 in the morning. Kentucky News Network is coming your way right now on The Joe Show.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Lawmakers are demanding answers as Senator Mitch McConnell's staff remains tight-lipped about his extended hospitalization. Despite dispatch audio revealing paramedics responded to a cardiac arrest at his address, his office claims he's still working from his hospital bed. Governor Andy Beshear says he's been kept in the dark by the senator's team, prompting demands for transparency about his actual capacity to serve. Local governments across Kentucky are hoarding millions in opioid settlement funds while residents continue to die. A new report found that 90% of local settlement money went unspent last year. Watchdogs also flagged nearly $2 million in questionable spending, including a celebrity basketball appearance and school vape detectors, rather than actual life-saving addiction treatment. The mother of a former inmate is suing the Rowan County Detention Center after her son was left in a vegetative state. The lawsuit claims guards ignored mandatory checks on Jonathan Conkright, who was classified as a severe suicide risk. Staff reportedly left him unattended for an hour before finding him suffering from a massive medical emergency. The head of Kentucky Venues has suddenly been ousted just weeks before the state fair. David Beck was removed as CEO following a surprise board meeting, but state officials refused to explain why he was fired. A former tourism secretary will take over interim duties while the agency scrambles to keep the event on track. Finally, in Bardstown, the brother of a convicted murderer is trying to relocate his upcoming perjury trial. Nick Houck is accused of lying to investigators about the death of Crystal Rogers. His attorney is seeking a change of venue after Houck purposely sat directly in front of Rogers' grieving mother during a heated hearing this week. I'm Travis Laird.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The U.S. Treasury quietly released its official financial report for 2025. It appears by its own numbers the U.S. government seems insolvent. It's reported that the Treasury shows about $6 trillion in assets and over $47 trillion in liabilities. Add it all up, and it looks like the U.S. owes more than $130 trillion it doesn't have. If that were a family, they'd earn $52,000 a year, spend $73,000, and already be more than $1 million underwater. Any accountant would call that insolvent. So how does the government fix this? It can print money, which erodes your purchasing power, it can raise taxes, or it can cut benefits. And none of those can help to protect you. That's why many people who have something to lose move part of their savings into physical gold and silver, assets that can't be printed, defaulted on, or voted away. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD for their complimentary gold and silver guide and a no-pressure conversation. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. Do it before the next headline, not after. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Is your car in need of a shine? Keep it sparkling all month long with Safari Falls Car Wash. Visit our new location in Danville off the 127 bypass on Skywatch Drive. $22 per month. That's less than $1 a day from 7:30 a.m. until 8:30 p.m. Monday through Sundays, packages start at just $22 per month. That's less than $1 a day. For $22 a month, you will enjoy unlimited washing and keep your car looking brand new all month long.
Whether you have one car or a whole fleet, we've got a plan for you.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pim Fitzgerald-Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Eddie Montgomery's hometown concert is tonight. The My Town concert will take place in Millennium Park tonight. Here's what you need to know. Gates open today at 3:30. The opening band Ridgeline will take the stage around 5:30, with Eddie Montgomery expected sometime around 7. You're asked to get there early as a big crowd is expected on hand. There are 4 designated parking areas, 2 of them in the old fairgrounds location and 1 at Boyle County Middle School. Those are all walking parking lots. There's 1 designated parking lot lot that will have a shuttle bus. That one is the furthest lot away at Boyle County High School. You can bring in chairs or blankets, small personal bags, light snacks, and sealed non-alcoholic drinks or empty refillable water bottles. That's a key to remember, since it was announced that free ice and free water would be on hand at that concert due to the soaring temperatures. You'll just need a reusable cup to fill up. What's not allowed? Alcohol, drugs or weapons, coolers, glass bottles, tents, umbrellas or shade canopies, fireworks, drones or laser pointers, pets except for service animals, scooters or motorized devices. Bring some dollars. There will be plenty of food and drink trucks set up as well. Make sure you stay hydrated and dress in light, loose-fitting, and comfortable clothing. It's tonight at Millennium Park for the first ever hometown concert by Boyle County's own Eddie Montgomery. There's also fireworks shows in the area today and tomorrow. Garrett County will have theirs tonight at the Garrett County Fairgrounds. Gates open at 5 o'clock with concessions available, and the fireworks starting at dusk. Harrodsburg will also have their fireworks display tonight at Anderson Dean Park with food trucks available and fireworks at dusk. Tomorrow on the 4th, there's the Danville fireworks in Millennium Park, and the famed Lights Over Harrington will be tomorrow night as well. The Harrisburg-Mercer County Joint Planning and Zoning Commission plans to hold another public meeting on a proposed data center sometime this month. The initial hope was to have another meeting in June, but no date had ever been scheduled. The Harrisburg Herald reports that Planning and Zoning hopes to hold the public meeting in the CU Harrisburg Gymnasium again. Since the last public meeting, the ordinance has also been revised, and that'll be available for the public to view before the meeting as well. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Hi, I'm Brent Blevins, Public Health Director of the Boyle County Health Department with an important message. The American Cancer Society estimates that nearly 3,500 deaths per year in Kentucky can be attributed to lung cancer. Most people are aware that cigarette smoking may contribute to lung cancer, but are unaware of another serious lung cancer threat, radon. In fact, the Environmental Protection Agency states that prolonged exposure to elevated levels of radon gas is the second leading cause of lung cancer. Now you may be asking yourself a few questions like, what is an elevated level of radon? Where does radon come from? Or how can I tell if radon is in my home? Your Boyle County Health Department stands ready to answer your questions and help determine if your family may be at risk. Simply contact our environmental staff at 859-236-2053. The health of your family depends on it.
Hello, I'm Adam Hopkins, Security Officer at Farmers National Bank. Look out for scam emails that ask you to give your bank account or your debit card number. These emails can be made to look like they are from a legitimate company. When in doubt, contact your bank or just delete.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Thank you, Rayleigh Joe. Brought to you by our friends over at the Big Deals online store, hometownlife.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts, up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store is at hometownlive.net. Sunny and hot today, 95 and 73 the high and low, 102 is the heat index. Going to be nasty hot out there. Take precautions, and again, we hope you can make it out to the Eddie Montgomery concert tonight, but be smart. Make sure you're hydrated. You've got a Gatorade, or you've got an empty cup of water that you can take and fill up at the free ice and free water truck they'll have available there at Millennium Park. Tomorrow is Independence Day, mostly sunny, 92 and 72. Fireworks going off tomorrow night at Millennium Park. Sunday, showers are likely early and then sunshine later. Right now it's 7:38 in the morning. And Tyler Miller joins us for this morning's County Agents Corner. Good morning, Tyler. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Joe. I'm doing well, and happy 4th of July.
Yeah, happy 4th to you as well, Tyler. We got a special guest in studio with us this morning, Tyler. My 8-year-old son, Jack, wanted to come into work with me today. So
that's so cool.
Yeah, so you can say hey to Jack. He's in studio right now listening to you.
Well, hey, Jack, happy 4th of July, bud. You like fireworks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always like fireworks, too.
Yeah, so Jack's in here hanging out. He's seeing what the radio business is all about, Tyler.
That's cool.
And he's learning from the most mediocre of all time. I'm teaching him all the mediocre ways to do things here on radio.
Well, Tyler, appreciate you being on here. County Agents Corner. It is, July 3rd with the 4th being tomorrow and a Saturday. A lot of places are closed celebrating the holiday today. And appreciate, Tyler, you calling in and rounding out our work week with the County Agents Corner. It's brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Tyler Miller.
All right. Well, we've been talking about the assessments of the largemouth bass at Cedar Creek Lake, and they take these 5 parameters they look at, and they basically give the lake a score on how well this lake is compared to others. And overall, the largemouth bass fishing at Cedar Creek Lake has averaged a good rating, 16.2 to be exact, and you get to 17 and you get to excellent. So they're doing a really good job of managing this lake for good fishing, and so it's at the top of the scorecard there. Now the steady improvements in the ratings have really factored in because of the good growth of the fish, there's low mortality, and that results in the larger fish hanging in there. They grow fast, they get large, and then they stay large for you to catch them and be able to keep them. So the assessment score kind of had plateaued there for a few years due to large part to low reproduction, and kind of you get a low mid-sized class of fish. But Cedar Creek Lake is a wonderful lake, and it's set up and managed to be strong for years to come. So that's your County Agents Corner on this July 3rd. God bless.
Tyler Miller in this morning's County Agents Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. Tyler, here's some noise in the background.
Yeah, we got a rooster out this morning.
I thought that was a roostering out there, yeah.
He's a roostering. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's fine. Hey, look, we love the natural sound. Radio is all about sound, Tyler. We need more rooster crows. There it is. Right on cue. Awesome. Yeah. All right, Tyler, real quickly, some random facts for you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Here we go. Fact number 1. There is a type of school called a Sudbury School. Sudbury School is a complete democracy. Yeah, I'll say that again. It's a complete democracy. The students and staff are equal to each other, and they vote on things like curriculum, budget, hiring, and firing. There are about 40 schools in America that still use the Sudbury method, Tyler.
Huh. Okay.
So students and staff are all equal. I don't know if those are like elementary school. I'm surely they don't do this in elementary school. Maybe like high school or something like that.
Yeah.
Number 2, there is a small part of Oregon, the state of Oregon, that is in the Mountain Time Zone. And some of the Florida Panhandle is in the Central Time Zone.
Oh.
Which means a person in Eastern Oregon talking to a friend in Pensacola, Florida, would only have a 1-hour time difference, Tyler.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Number 3, the average age of people in NASA's Mission Control Room during the Apollo 11 moon landing, the average age was 28 years old.
Wow.
So that entire process was basically put together by younger people. 28 years old. And number 4, the most gender-neutral name in America, Tyler, is the name Marion. It's been given to roughly 4,000 girls and boys over the past 3+ decades.
That's cool.
Yeah, Marion, the most gender-neutral name. There you go. The rooster is roostering. And, Tyler, it is a holiday weekend Friday, and I appreciate you being on this week, Tyler. We'll talk to you again in the month of August, okay?
Okay.
All right, Tyler.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too. Bye. That's Tyler Miller in this morning's County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. Who's ready to hear this one? My town in his town. Tonight, Eddie Montgomery at Millennium Park.
There's a for sale sign on a big old rusty tractor. You can't miss it. It's the first thing that you see. Just up the road, a pale blue water tower with I Love Jenny painted in bright green. Hey, that's my Uncle Bill there by the courthouse.
There it is, 7:45 in the morning. We see what's going on out west in Hollywood. Coming up next on The Joe Show.
And this is my town.
Yeah, this is my town.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. In baseball yesterday, a great pitching matchup went the way of Cincinnati, which finally beat Milwaukee this year 7-2. Chase Burns, now 10-1, beat Jacob Mizorowski of the Brewers. The Reds had homers from Sal Stewart, Jose Trevino, and T.J. Friedel. Cincinnati hosts Baltimore tonight. Other scores from Thursday: Guardians 6, White Sox 5, Cardinals 11, Braves 5, Pirates 6, Phillies 1, and the Dodgers 12, Padres 7. Also winning were the Mariners, Rangers, Rays, and the Rockies. The North American host for the Men's World Cup soccer matches are set for the final 16. Canada faces Morocco tomorrow afternoon at 1 in Houston. Mexico meets England Sunday night at 8 in Mexico City. And the United States plays Belgium Monday night at 8 in Seattle. Yesterday's World Cup scores: Spain blanked Austria 3-0, Portugal edged Croatia 2-1 in overtime, and Switzerland shut out Algeria 2-0. Today's action in the knockout round of 32 looks like this: Argentina versus Cabo Verde, Australia versus Egypt, and Colombia versus Ghana. The top-rated girls high school basketball player in the class of 29 in Kentucky has committed to play collegiately for Kenny Brooks at UK. 6'6" Jaden McLean of Ryle made her announcement on social media. McLean averaged 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 block shots per game last year as a freshman. Hometown Radio brings you NASCAR racing this weekend from Chicagoland Speedway. Join us tomorrow evening for O'Reilly Auto Parts Racing at 5 o'clock. Cup Racing comes to you Sunday at 5, both on WHIR-FM 1039. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is the place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too. Braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya.
Hey, it's Scott Jennings, and I am proud to be on the radio in Danville, Kentucky. My daily show brings common sense to the Commonwealth. Whatever the news of the day, I'm going to sort it out and break it down with my straightforward analysis and commentary. We've got guests giving you the biggest insights into the day's news. So join us every weekday afternoon from 2 to 3 on WHIR AM 1230 and FM 103.9, or listen, hometownlive.net. It's the Scott Jennings Show on WHIR.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh Joe, Southern Heating and Cooling, keeping your home cozy. With Southern Heating and Cooling, as your comfort is their priority. Veteran-owned, family-operated, locally trusted. Come on, go online, southernheatingcooling.com, or call 859-324-2770, Southern Heating and Cooling. Sunny and hot, a high of 95, a low tonight of 73. 102 is the heat index. We are under heat advisory for today. Tomorrow, Independence Day, mostly sunny, 92 and 72, the high and low. Rain showers are possible tomorrow afternoon and Sunday afternoon as well. Right now, 7:50 in the morning, 75 degrees. I told Jack, who's in studio with me this morning, that coming up next is the World of Weird, and he says, I hear this segment every morning. And I said, well, this is it. This is the segment that you hear. If a celebrity does it, says it, or thinks it,
You should do the opposite.
you should do, there you go, do, say, and think the opposite. It's the World of Weird, the showbiz segment. All right, actor and NASCAR driver Frankie Muniz and his wife Paige Price are going their separate ways after 7 years of marriage. The couple, Muniz, married in 2019 and share one child together. On X, Muniz said, quote, following a period of separation we kept private, Paige and I have decided to move forward with our marriage ending. After 10 beautiful years together, we've grown in ways that made us realize our relationship feels most natural and strong as a deep friendship and as co-parents. We share an incredible son who remains the center of our world, and we're both happier, stronger parents because of the love and growth that we've shared. Kate Middleton is playing middleman when it comes to the royal family. Sources say she's been, quote, trying to convince, quote, husband Prince William to visit his estranged brother Prince Harry and his family when they travel to England later this month. That same source says that right now there is no expectation that William attends the visit, but that could change. Harry and wife Meghan Markle are set to travel to the UK later this month for the one-year countdown to the Invictus Games in 2027. And hey, we talked about this a couple days ago, but make it official, I guess. The next time that President Donald Trump dances to the YMCA, it may hit a little bit differently. Victor Willis, the co-founder and lead singer of Village People, passed away on Tuesday, one day before his 75th birthday. His wife said he suffered from a, quote, short but aggressive illness. Victor was the cop/naval officer in the band. Willis left the Village People a few times over the years, and there were legal battles, but he returned to the fold back in 2017. Trump called Willis, quote, a great and happy guy who loved that I used to sing his group song YMCA at my rallies. Victor and the group was there for us right from the beginning, which is not entirely true. In 2020, he actually asked Trump not to use his music, but a few months later, he recanted, and in 2025, he and the rest of the Village People performed at Trump's inauguration. FYI, Victor was married to Felicia Rashad from 1978 to 1982. She would later go on to play Claire Huxtable on The Cosby Show. R.I.P. Village People singer Victor Willis. Kate Middleton trying to convince William to meet with Harry, and Frankie Muniz and his wife, Paige Price, are splitting up. That's what's going on out west in Hollywood. The showbiz segment. The what, Jack?
The World of Weird?
The World of Weird, absolutely. All right, 7:53 in the morning. Jack, you love Melton's Deli.
Nom nom nom.
You have had the Big Daddy Club before.
Yep.
And you loved it. And on Fridays, we always feature the Big Daddy Club as our sandwich of the day from Melton's Deli in Danville. Piled high with deli baked ham, smoked turkey, crisp bacon, Swiss and American cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. Now, Jack, you can add whatever you want to that sandwich.
What?
So, like, you can, do you want another condiment on it along with mayonnaise? You want mustard on it?
Maybe.
Okay, maybe some mustard, maybe a little bit of mustard on there as well. You can pick whatever type of bread you want. You want white, wheat, or rye bread. Which bread? You don't have any idea, do you? Jack's just stop making this complicated. Just give me some bread so I can throw down this sandwich.
I just want normal bread.
Oh, normal bread. So you want white bread?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to get this on white bread, mayonnaise, maybe. So for me, they'll add a little cup of mustard that I can dip my sandwich in. Maybe we'll do that for Jack as well. Little cup of mustard, yellow mustard on the side. It's the Big Daddy Club. It is the Miles Bell Special, the sandwich of the day. 247 East Main and 995 Ben Ally Drive. Tell him you heard him this morning on the Joe Show, and you want to try out the Big Daddy Club as your sandwich of the day. 7:55 in the morning, Friday, July the 3rd, Eddie Montgomery Day in Boyle County. Yes, sirree, Millennium Park is going to be rocking tonight.
This ain't no temporary, typical, tearful goodbye.
7:55 in the morning, we're back after this.
This ain't no breaking up and waking up and making up one more time.
Hey, this is your radio broadcasting live from a really tall tower with a really pointy antenna. And today we're going to talk about growing your business. So are you ready to take your business to the next level? You're looking for more customers, more sales, and more profits? Well, you've come to the right place. Your radio. First, let me ask you a question. Are you mostly relying on word of mouth to bring in business? Word of mouth is good. However, radio is, cliche alert, word of mouth on steroids. Think about it. You can tell 10 people about your business, but with radio, you can reach thousands of potential customers every week. And did you know that radio produces results unmatched by any other media? Your dollars go further with me. So how do you get started? Just give us a call and we'll get the ball rolling. Hey, you want to hear a radio joke? Did you hear the one about the two antennas that fell in love and got married? The wedding was terrible, but the reception was great.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
Almost every small Kentucky town has a go-to restaurant. In Central Kentucky, it's the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. If you like a good buffet, you'll love the huge down-home cooking featuring 3 fully stocked buffet tables, or you can order off their extensive menu. You'll find something delicious for every person in the family at the Bread of Life Cafe. Visit the gift and sweet shop at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday, 9 Friday and Saturday. Feed your tummy and your soul with a stop at the Bread of Life Cafe and Buffet, 5 miles south of Liberty.
It's Friday, so make plans for the Lincoln County Fair tonight in Stamford. Pay just $20 at the gate for admission, carnival, and events. At 6, the Carnival and Floral Hall opens. At 6:30, it's the Lamb and Sheep Show at the Livestock Barn. At 7, it's the TNT Truck and Tractor Pool. Also at 7, take in wrestling at the Pageant Building. The Lincoln County Fair is located at the bottom of Hall's Gap in Stamford. See you at the fair. Runs tonight and tomorrow. You gotta go.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
7:58 in the morning. July is here, and the July specials are here as well at Just Love Coffee and Cafe. The Jolly Rancher Red Bull Infusion is a crisp, refreshing mix of green apple and watermelon flavors with watermelon Red Bull. It's a great way to cool off this summer. And also Coco's Campfire Latte, which is basically s'mores in a cup. This month of July, Just Love Coffee and Cafe has partnered with Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue, where $1 from every drink of the month will go to be donated and benefit the Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue to help provide food, medical care, shelter, and second chances for dogs in need. And they have a host of dogs that you can foster and or adopt at Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue. I mentioned Coco's Campfire Latte. Coco is one of those dogs that's named after one of their dogs that they have had. They're taking care of Coco at Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue. You can literally foster or adopt Coco, the dog who has a drink named after Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue. Just Love Coffee and Cafe in Danville in front of Hampton Inn and Holiday Inn Express. JustLoveCoffeeCafe.com. Tell them you heard him on the Joe Show, and you get 200 free rewards points. Jack is in studio dancing. We are halfway home. It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WIMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. A government watchdog says the Secret Service missed several opportunities to prevent the 2024 assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Trump was running as a candidate when a rooftop shooter killed a spectator standing nearby Trump at a rally in Pennsylvania. This 4th of July could be the hottest ever in parts of the U.S. A heat wave has been sweltering the eastern U.S. from the Midwest to the East Coast, and hundreds of heat records could be set by Saturday. Extreme heat warnings are in effect in New York City, Boston, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. until 8 p.m. Saturday. Charges have been announced against former U.S. Olympic canoeist David Hearn for allegedly vandalizing the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. More from Mark Mayfield.
U.S. Attorney for Washington, D.C. Janine Pirro called the alleged vandalism anarchy.
This unchecked vandalism and civil disorder turns into criminal behavior, and that's why we're here today.
Hearn is accused of damaging the newly renovated pool's liner on June 19th. Pirro says Hearn faces up to 10 years in prison if convicted. The alleged vandalism of the pool has drawn the ire of President Trump, who was behind the estimated $16 million renovation project. I'm Mark Mayfield.
The celebrations for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding are beginning. Today marks the official wedding date with a slated 1,000 guests expected to attend the event in the evening. Crews have been seen bringing things in and out of the arena over the past couple of days, including a grand piano, food items, and more. 3 more teams are through to the World Cup round of 16. Spain shut out Austria 3-0. Portugal took a 2-1 win over Croatia in Toronto, and Switzerland blanked Algeria 2-0. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
The burrito is fire.
Hi, this is Maya.
And I'm Antonio. And the little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito
is that it fuels our morning.
It's the full package.
You have the chicken, you have the eggs, and then you add these hash browns for a nice little crunch.
The chicken's always nice. It's crispy, it's juicy. And the cheeses, they melt together in a beautiful way.
And it gives me energy. It's perfect.
Order the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
The board recommends approving.
Regarding that seat on the committee, we're promoting.
To boost quarterly earnings.
Every day, shareholders meet to discuss important matters about the companies you invest in. Now you can easily make your voice heard. Vanguard Investor Choice gives you a say in the companies you invest in. With just a few taps, you can set your proxy voting preference for your index funds. Visit Vanguard.com/investorchoice to learn more. Vanguard investors own shares of our index funds, which own shares of the companies they invest in. Available for Vanguard index funds that participate in Investor Choice. Vanguard Marketing Corporation distributor.
Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky is asking for air defenses like Patriot missiles after Russian attacks killed at least 18 people. Dasha Chernysova reports the assault follows recent Ukrainian attacks on Russian military and energy sites.
The Russian officials insist that this is the retaliation against Ukrainian military for their actions that Moscow labels as terrorism on the Russian territory.
The massive wave of drone and military attacks lasted for nearly 11 hours, targeting the capital Kyiv and several other regions across the country. Russia says it targeted military fuel and energy facilities as civilians spent the night in shelters. The CDC says the odds of you getting food poisoning is 1 in 6 during the year, but on the 4th, that number spikes, and we warn the downside of your barbecue could be awful. More from Bree Tennis.
The health agency says the trouble zone with food bacteria is probably not your first pass at the buffet. It's your second or third. Summer heat, improper temperature control, and shared utensils causes bacteria to multiply, and that means foodborne illness. And the symptoms: not fun. Nausea, vomiting, stomach cramps, diarrhea, fever, and chills. So be choosy with the food. And don't forget to wash your hands. I'm Bree Tennis.
New York City's Times Square is celebrating America 250 in a big way. In New York, Natalie Migliori.
The iconic Times Square ball is going to drop 8 times to mark midnight across every U.S. time zone and territory, with the final ball drop happening on the 4th of July at 7 a.m. Multiple drops will be live streamed by America250.org during the Giving Forth broadcast benefit show.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132.
Are you on your feet all day or dealing with shoes that just don't provide the right support? Danville Bike and Footwear is your destination for trusted shoe brands Brooks, Asics, Ultra, and Saucony, plus Power Step and Spinco insoles. Your feet need the right support, stability, and shock absorption for all-day comfort. Let the shoe specialist at Danville Bike and Footwear help you find the right shoe for your lifestyle. Stop by Danville Bike and Footwear at 417 West Main Street in downtown Danville next to City Hall.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or 2 or 3 or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
Good morning to you. It's Friday. It's the 3rd day of July, 070326 on your calendar. Typical Friday morning hanging out with us. And we got Jack, my 8-year-old son. We've got Dusty in studio as well. And we'll talk with Dusty coming up following local news.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
Eddie Montgomery's hometown concert is tonight. The My Town concert will take place in Millennium Park tonight. Here's what you need to know. Gates open today at 3:30. The opening band Ridgeline will take the stage around 5:30, with Eddie Montgomery expected sometime around 7. You're asked to get there early as a big crowd is expected on hand. There are 4 designated parking areas, 2 of them in the old fairgrounds location and 1 at Boyle County Middle School. Those are all walking parking lots. There's 1 designated parking lot that will have a shuttle bus. That one is the furthest lot away at Boyle County High School. You can bring in chairs or blankets, small personal bags, light snacks, and sealed non-alcoholic drinks or empty refillable water bottles. That's a key to remember, since it was announced that free ice and free water would be on hand at that concert due to the soaring temperatures. You'll just need a reusable cup to fill up. What's not allowed? Alcohol, drugs or weapons, coolers, glass bottles, tents, umbrellas or shade canopies, fireworks, drones or laser pointers, pets except for service animals, scooters or motorized devices. Bring some dollars. There will be plenty of food and drink trucks set up as well. Make sure you stay hydrated and dress in light, loose-fitting, and comfortable clothing. It's tonight at Millennium Park for the first ever hometown concert by Boyle County's own Eddie Montgomery. There's also fireworks shows in the area today and tomorrow. Garrett County will have theirs tonight at the Garrett County Fairgrounds. Gates open at 5 o'clock with concessions available, and the fireworks starting at dusk. Harrisburg will also have their fireworks display tonight at Anderson Dean Park with food trucks available and fireworks at dusk. Tomorrow on the 4th, there's the Danville fireworks in Millennium Park, and the famed Lights Over Harrington will be tomorrow night as well. The Harrisburg-Mercer County Joint Planning and Zoning Commission plans to hold another public meeting on a proposed data center sometime this month. The initial hope was to have another meeting in June, but no date had ever been scheduled. The Harrisburg Herald reports that Planning and Zoning hopes to hold the public meeting in the CU Harrisburg Gymnasium again. Since the last public meeting, the ordinance has also been revised, and that'll be available for the public to view before the meeting as well. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
At Morning Point of Danville Assisted Living, you get the independent living feel with just the assisted living support you need. Discover spacious suites with larger floor plans, full-size appliances, kitchenettes, private entry, featuring active living access to hobby and exercise areas, all with just a personalized support designed for each resident. Featuring restaurant-style dining with multiple menu options, it's the perfect balance of independence at the level of support you need. Get a personal tour and start the conversation at Morning Point of Danville Assisted Living. Find out more at morningpoint.com.
Discover the power of radio.
If you're a business owner, did you know that radio advertising engages your consumers more than any other media? In fact, the engagement levels for radio advertising, or the percentage of people who actively pay attention to the ads, is by far the highest of any mass media.
Discover the power of radio.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
I'm Little Ray Lee Joe. Thank you for that. Brought to you by our friends over at the Little Sign Shop. They offer all types of quality signs at affordable prices. Many within 24 hours. They're in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them. 859-238-7391. Sunny and hot, high of 95. A low tonight of 73. 102 is the heat index for today. Tomorrow, Independence Day, July 4th, you get mostly sunny skies, 92 as the high. A low tomorrow night, 72 for those Boyle County fireworks in Millennium Park. And on Sunday, showers are likely, and high Sunday of 90. Should be sunny in the afternoon as well. On Sunday, the showers are a little bit earlier. Right now, it's 8:11 in the morning. It's 76 degrees here in Danville. It is a Friday, and that means Dusty is in studio with us. Good morning, Dusty. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Just a little distracted by the laser pointer over there.
Yeah, you gave Jack a laser pointer, and he's like, he's like a cat with it.
You got a short in your headphones over here.
Yeah, Sid was having issues. He had like 3 different headphones in studio yesterday for his show.
I think it's
and all of them had shorts.
Well, I don't think it's the headphones then. I think it's probably the adapter that goes in there.
I did hear yesterday Robert say, I need to talk to Dusty about getting us better adapters.
Sure.
So you may have an order coming your way. It's not going to be a big one. Give us a handful of adapters.
Yeah, some.
What is that, like $15 or something like that?
1/8 inch to quarter, depends. If you need a mono or do you need a TRS one.
I don't know. We need stereo.
Stereo, so you probably need a TRS, which is fine.
I mean, I don't want to place the order for Robert, but I did hear him say, I need to talk to Dusty.
Well, the other thing is we can bring one to test against it, and so that way we know if it's either the adapter or it could be the actual connection down in it, because those plates do wear out if you're not careful.
Okay. There you go. All right, Dusty, what do we got tonight? Big night for you. You're ready to rock tonight, Freddie Montgomery.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I got my STAR certification all renewed. So I know all the rules and regulations, and I have my little sheet of paper that it's like my little license.
What is can you give us an example of a rule or regulation that you have to know?
Is it like
over-serving or something like that?
Okay. And so you have to know like how to I guess detect whenever somebody is intoxicated, and then what you're allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do, as far as like if because apparently like with me being certified. And then if I am handing out the adult beverage, and they go off and do something stupid, then I can be held civilly or criminally liable.
Oh wow, it's kind of nerve-wracking.
It's kind of weird, yeah.
So,
I mean, like you can sue, like in Kentucky, you can sue for anything, whether you win or not is the question. Because I mean, like I don't know if you are able to hide it, or if you're an alcoholic and you don't show those visible signs, then how am I supposed to?
So you have to like look out for those type of look out for signs of someone.
Yep.
Have you ever had to say I'm not serving you anymore?
No. Well, I mean I don't do this that often.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's not like you're doing this every weekend,
right? And then apparently like there's a bunch of ID steps that you take, and there's a whole class. It's a whole section on how to recognize fake IDs.
Okay.
And then Kentucky's unique because I think we border 7 different states, I want to say. And so they give you an example of like the other states around you. So that way you can like also know and what to look for and stuff.
Illinois, Missouri, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, and Indiana.
Yep.
Those are the 7 that we border. So yeah, you have to like know examples of all of those.
Pretty much, yeah. They give you examples of it. In like apparently Tennessee, I don't know what's up with Tennessee, other than it's just being down in dirty Tennessee. Is that they're the only ones that don't do the if you're under 21, the license is still sideways.
Okay.
All the other states, if you're under 21,
they're vertical.
It's vertical.
Yeah. That's an easy way to tell.
Exactly.
Vertical. You're under 21.
Right.
Shoe fly. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Yeah.
Scram.
And so, and then apparently the most common quote fake ID are borrowed IDs. So if so if you look like somebody,
so like me and you both have a beard, and you're over 21 and I'm not.
Right.
Let me see if they think that I'm Dusty.
Exactly.
Just looking real quick. Okay, that's you.
Right. And so you're supposed to be like, okay, now I need to ask you questions like, oh, what's your address, and see how they react and stuff.
So do you take the ID if it's fake?
Yes. All
right.
So no.
Okay.
You don't have to, and you're not. It's not. You don't have the. What is that? You don't have the right to either.
Responsibility.
Yeah. I mean, if they leave it with you, that means that's why you see them like tagged up at places or whatever. So if they just like get nervous and leave and bounce, and they just leave you with the ID, you're supposed to turn it into the cops.
Okay.
But if, other than that, then no. If they ask for it back, you have to give it back.
All right. So look, Dusty is prepared. He's never been more prepared than this moment right now.
I've never done that much more studying in my life.
Yeah. When was the last time you studied this much, Dusty?
Oh, a while.
College.
Yeah. I had to pass because you go through all the courses, and then you have to take a quiz at the end, and you have to get at least 80%.
What was your score?
Like 92.
Oh, yeah. Now Dusty's ready, folks.
Yeah, I missed like one. It's some weird like worded question where it's like, "Are you supposed to do this whenever this happens?" And this is, and it's just like because you have to go through all of it. Like now, I guess I'm allowed to sell packaged liquor as well. So if you're like in a drive-through and there's like somebody rolls up with a bunch of people in it, and it's like, and you suspect that it's just one older person buying it for everybody in the, and you're like, all right, well I need to see everybody's ID.
Okay, yeah.
And they'll be like, well, we forgot ours at home, and I'll be like, well, I'm not going to sell you any of this.
Well, then let me ask you this: how many can you buy at one time? Can you just buy one beer at a time? Because who's to say someone doesn't come up and just say, give me 5 beers right now?
So, well, that would be a lot. And so we're not allowed to do that because the only thing that sobers up a person is time.
Yes.
Not anything else. So you're not allowed to order just a bunch of beer at once. If you're at a table and you order a pitcher, you're supposed to ask for everybody's ID that is going to be partaking. Because like, let's say like you and your wife go out, right? And you order a pitcher of beer, and then you ask for 3 glasses. So I have to wait for that third person to show up, and then ID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look, Dusty's ready, folks.
Yeah.
I've never felt more safe in all my life than Dusty knowing all of this.
Yeah. I'll be out there. We'll be at the Brass Band beer truck, which it's going to be. I think it's the closest to the stage, so that's good.
Okay.
And then I don't know how this is going to go down because, again, this is Millennium Park's first time kind of hosting these events as well. And so I don't want to be the food truck that brings their own radio and just blasts music over the other people's music.
Yeah.
Like that gets on my nerves personally.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to do that. But if they're not playing music beforehand, then I need my music.
That's true. Then you have the right. I mean, let's say you're the first one there.
Right.
And you set up first and you start playing music.
Right.
To me, you have staked the claim as the music truck because
Correct.
you were there first and are already playing the music.
And I can be louder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And with Pro Sound and Lights at the helm.
with the gear that I can bring, I can be louder. The thing is, though, is like, will they play background music like on the main stage, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like just as people are walking in and stuff, which is fine. Like I get all that. But my question to you is, what songs do I queue up on the playlist today, right? Like plenty of Toby Keith. And I don't want to play like My Town because that's going to be played later on. Like I don't want to do that. I always find that weird whenever bands are playing their own music before they go on.
Why don't you just put on like a 1990s, 2000s country mix or something.
Because
that's like Clint Black,
Yeah.
Toby Keith, George Strait, Alan Jackson.
I was just thinking like what kind of just semi, I don't want to call it semi-patriotic, but like just that America feel, like, right?
Yeah.
Like,
you're right. Plenty of Toby Keith. Lee Greenwood. Aaron Tippin.
Okay, yeah.
So,
but
hey, I'm looking at just to let people know about the food trucks. There are going to be a million of them there.
Plenty of selection.
So
there.
please bring money. Holy Smokes Barbecue.
Yep.
T-Wayne and Smokey's Barbecue.
Which I got. I saw them. I saw their food truck, but they're apparently they're local people.
Yes.
And
C.J. Lynn is one of the two. C.J. is the head baseball coach at Danville.
And he went and played, or not played. He set up for the Thursday night event that brass band did.
Okay.
And he did really well.
Yes, they apparently have awesome deviled eggs.
Oh, really?
Like they are known.
Okay.
I mean, they're known for a lot, but like deviled, like people love their deviled eggs.
Okay, I don't know at 102 degrees.
I don't know if they're serving them. Like I'm telling you, I know that their deviled eggs are really good.
But I'm down for some good deviled eggs. Now. But
Captain Frank's Hot Dog Emporium.
Classic.
Billy's Barbecue.
Okay. Yep. I had that too.
Never heard of this next one. La Villa Rica. Or La Villa Richa or something.
Is that the one that you see it sometimes at Save a Lot? Is that the one that sits up over there?
Maybe so. I saw it yesterday.
It's like a
black food truck.
It's like a black trailer. Yeah.
Poppin' J's.
I haven't heard that.
Casa Mobile, which is Casa Grande in Harrodsburg, their mobile food truck.
Okay.
Pretty cool. Lemonade on the Rocks.
Oh, well, on the rocks. Oh, all right.
Snowy, as in
the Snowy bus.
Oh, the kids. That line will be full of kids.
Yeah.
And then me. I would
at
be in that
102
line too.
degrees. Yeah.
They're
going
gonna
to
make a
few of
killing.
those. Yeah.
They're going to kill.
I'm wondering. And I don't know this, but and I don't think Snowy Bus has this license, but I think it would be neat to have like adult Snowy Bus, right?
Yeah.
Like I think that would do really well, especially at this event.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you could have a liquor license and sit up in front of schools all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know if that,
Probably wouldn't go over well.
I don't know, but who knows?
Los Altos.
Okay.
Is that the one? That may be the one that's in front of Save a Lot all the time. Los Altos.
Yeah,
Douglas Catering. Which I've heard of Douglas Catering, but I don't know if I would recognize their food truck.
What I like about that name, though, is I have no idea what they serve.
Yeah.
Right?
You got to walk up and look at the menu for them.
And it could be anything. And it could be anything like from event to event at that point.
The Scoop is going to be there.
Which
is an ice cream. Yeah, they've got really good ice cream.
Good.
H&H Concessions, another one. I have no idea what H&H Concessions serves, just based on their name.
Well, concessions reminds you, it's just like I would
hot
think,
dogs and hamburgers.
like nachos, right?
The Lions Club.
Okay, so you're gonna
It's
get
like
some
funnel cakes, right? Isn't that what they do?
I thought they would have don't they have like a steak sandwich?
Yeah,
right.
I think so.
I think.
And then it says beer vendors. You're one
Yeah,
of them.
yeah,
and then
we're
I
one
think
of
there's
them.
another one that's coming
West
as well.
6, yeah.
It's going to be all kinds of food tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, gates open at 3:30. Ridgeline at 5:30, and then Eddie Montgomery at about 7 o'clock or so is expected.
Yes, and just for clarification, if you guys were listening Tuesday, I heard some scuttlebutt in the wind here at Boyle County that the Ridgeline we played may not be the Ridgeline that is performing.
Wow.
And so that is completely my fault. I'm the one who brings in the music. I'm supposed to do my homework, but usually.
So did someone tell you?
Well, someone was mentioning like they knew somebody who played in Ridgeline that is like from Perryville, and then whenever I looked up that band, it was like, there's nobody from Perryville in this band, right?
Yeah.
And so I could be mistaken, but it's probably still guaranteed good.
Oh, it's gonna be
yeah, and I heard it was a bluegrass band as well, which also makes me think that the Ridgeline we played was not the one that's going to be playing up there.
Let me real quickly. I have not talked enough about what's going on tomorrow, and I want to make sure I run over the schedule for tomorrow. It begins early, 8:30 in the morning.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
They're
actually doing a flowers of remembrance to the grave of Governor Isaac Shelby.
Is that in Boyle County?
That is Junction City. He was buried in Junction City, I guess.
Wow.
He's the first governor of Kentucky, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I guess there's a Shelby Street.
Isaac Shelby. Yeah.
Okay.
8:30 in the morning at Boyle County's courthouse. There is the patriotic dedication at Whizziger Park. Has the Vietnam Veterans Memorial replica, a flag raising, 21-gun salute, bench dedication, and the playing of taps. 11 o'clock in the morning.
So, well, that's important to know if they're doing a 21-gun salute downtown.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Yeah, you gotta.
11 o'clock in the morning, patriotic parade, which I've been told there is a flyover involved in this.
Ooh, okay.
So, like the planes will fly right over Main Street, or
all right.
whatever the.
Yeah, in Main Street. Yeah.
I mean, like I guess it's what.
Sports.
Sports. Oh yeah, like kind of like
Oh,
it,
yeah,
like
yeah, like
yeah.
stadiums and
We've
stuff.
been in a game where there's been a flyover, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, like a big like
C-130.
I don't know the different names.
The
You could
C-130s
say-
are like the ones that can drop tanks out the
You
back.
could say B-64, and is this bingo or is this a military plane? I don't know. I don't know people can just rattle. How did you know how to just rattle off the name of a military plane? How did you know C-64 or whatever you just said?
C-130. My brother was for a brief stint was in the Air Force.
Okay.
So he's jumped out of them.
Okay.
And so
wow.
And so he was like, hey, here's the plane I jumped out of, and it's like it's huge. Like they literally like fit tanks in it, and then they just roll them out, and there's tank parachutes, and so that the tanks will just parachute in.
They got that
roll
for
tanks.
fall.
Are they inside the tank?
Well, I don't think he wasn't. The people who drive the tank are inside the tank.
And like as soon as the tank hits the ground, then they can just start driving.
Yeah, they start it up and
That's
go.
crazy.
Yeah.
They have
that'll be at 11. Go ahead, Jack.
They have like with like cars too. Like they'll fly, like drive out of planes and then they'll land on the ground and then just drive.
And just go.
With a parachute.
That is quite something.
Hey, that's what your tax money goes to. Who needs health care when you have parachuting tanks?
1 o'clock in the afternoon, Whisker Park, singing by a community choir, public reading of the Declaration of Independence. I think I've been saying the Constitution, but it's the Declaration of Independence.
Either one, yeah.
And then Millennium
Read 'em
Park
all.
at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Family
Okay.
activities, cornhole tournament at 5, Blue Groove Jazz combo at 6, Michael Fly and the
Blue Groove.
Sounds at 7.
Yeah, okay, Michael Fly is good.
Yeah, then 9:30, they have the fireworks at 9:30 tomorrow.
So are they just leaving the stage up? Is that where they're playing?
Yeah,
too?
I think so because
that
the
makes-
stage tearing down is going on Sunday.
Okay. Yeah.
So like
So
10
then
o'clock
they'll
in the
have-
morning, so the stage will still be there.
Excellent. Well, that's good.
So that's what's going on. I do have sports coming up. It's brought to you by Johnson Pullman Insurance. We'll do that. We'll come back. Dusty has picked out an artist for the Kentucky Music Preview as well. We'll talk about that coming up next right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is the service of John Funkhauser, Johnson Pullman Insurance.
The right health insurance coverage is vital and can be very complicated, including Medicare and group insurance. This is John Funkhauser. I can make it easy for you to understand, having specialized in health insurance for over 30 years. At Johnson Pullman, we are an independent agency. We can shop all the different chamber plans and numerous Medicare companies for the right coverage and best savings. Give me, John Funkhauser, a call at 859-955-4924. I look forward to insuring your future.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. In baseball yesterday, a great pitching matchup went the way of Cincinnati, which finally beat Milwaukee this year 7-2. Chase Burns, now 10-1, beat Jacob Mizorowski of the Brewers. The Reds had homers from Sal Stewart, Jose Trevino, and T.J. Friedel. Cincinnati hosts Baltimore tonight. Other scores from Thursday: Guardians 6, White Sox 5, Cardinals 11, Braves 5, Pirates 6, Phillies 1, and the Dodgers 12, Padres 7. Also winning were the Mariners, Rangers, Rays, and the Rockies. The North American host for the Men's World Cup soccer matches are set for the final 16. Canada faces Morocco tomorrow afternoon at 1 in Houston. Mexico meets England Sunday night at 8 in Mexico City. And the United States plays Belgium Monday night at 8 in Seattle. Yesterday's World Cup scores: Spain blanked Austria 3-0, Portugal edged Croatia 2-1 in overtime, and Switzerland shut out Algeria 2-0. Today's action in the knockout round of 32 looks like this: Argentina versus Cabo Verde, Australia versus Egypt, and Colombia versus Ghana. The top-rated girls high school basketball player in the class of 29 in Kentucky has committed to play collegiately for Kenny Brooks at UK. 6'6" Jaden McLean of Ryle made her announcement on social media. McLean averaged 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 block shots per game last year as a freshman. Hometown Radio brings you NASCAR racing this weekend from Chicagoland Speedway. Join us tomorrow evening for O'Reilly Auto Parts Racing at 5 o'clock. Cup racing comes to you Sunday at 5, both on WHIR FM 1039. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
No, we don't just get our fireworks anywhere. We do it right at Send the Light. They beat any tent by 20%. Get the 3-minute time bomb, 2-minute block party, neon rage. If you want the best show and savings and know you're done right, it's Send the Lights. Located in Harrisburg by McDonald's, Junction City at Grubbs, North Garrett County, 27 in front of the dollar store. For your fireworks and more, it's Send the Lights. Plus savings for first responders, military. Now that's where we're going to get our fireworks at.
Thank you, Daddy.
All righty, 8:29 in the morning. Dusty joins us, Kentucky Music Preview today, and we're going over quite a bit with the concert tonight with Eddie Montgomery and Ridgeline.
Yeah.
Tomorrow with the July 4th events and activities as well here in
Blue
Loyal
Groove
County.
and Michael Fly, so that should be excellent.
Good music there tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
What else we got going on, Dusty?
Let's see. So if you're looking for something else to do, that was a good. Those springs keep ringing on there. Nice spring reverb going on.
Yeah, the best is when someone comes in studio and doesn't put the headphones on, and then they lay their phone down, and the phone vibrates, and
you can hear it.
And I don't know what to do. I'm like, will you please put your headphones on so that you can tell what I'm hearing? Because if they had it on,
then they would hear.
Then they would know that someone's calling them, and their phone bzz, bzz, and it's like rattling the whole microphone stand.
Why don't they put the headphones on?
I don't know. Some people just, I don't know. Some people don't want to hear themselves. I try to tell them there's no delay whatsoever. You hear yourself in real time. And they're just like, they just get freaked out. They don't want to hear themselves through a headset. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's very weird.
Anyway, go ahead.
Let's see. You got Billy Walker will be at the Ark Encounters in Williamstown. And that's what is today? July 3rd? Today
is July the 3rd.
The local Honeys are playing down there in Frankfort at Riverview Park. I'm not for sure if that's a free show, but if it is, local Honeys will be down there, so that'll be a lot of fun. If you want to go see them, Hannah Ellis will be at Thompson Park RV Camping in Barberville. If you're heading down there, of course, J.D. Shelburne will be at the Amphitheater in Jeffersontown.
Okay,
that is all happening tonight. The Kentucky Headhunters will be at Bowling Park in Edmonton, so that should be fun. Let's get to the 4th, where you can see DOG at the Burl. Walker Montgomery will be at the Kentucky Historical Society in Frankfort, which I thought Walker Montgomery would open up for
Eddie Montgomery. That is his nephew, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think isn't it John Michael Montgomery's kid? I want to say. Which would be Eddie Montgomery's
I don't know what to
nephew,
say, but maybe
right?
so. They got the same last name.
Right. Well, is there another Montgomery that doesn't sing? Like how many? Because there's Eddie and Johnny.
Yeah.
Right? Or John Michael.
Johnny. What do you...
Yeah, me and old Johnny. Sorry.
You're the first person I've ever heard call him Johnny.
Johnny
know
Montgomery.
You and him were that close.
Yeah. We're tight. Yeah. I don't know. Is there another Montgomery that's wandering around?
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then he's like, well, the uncles sing. I should sing.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. But he's going to be playing down there at the Kentucky Historical Society in Frankfort. Cordovas will be at the Burl. This is all happening on July 4th. And then you have Whistleface at Galaxy Louisville, which is, again, an awesome name, Whistleface. And he has to be from Louisville because he keeps playing in Louisville all the time, unless he just really likes it here, which is fine. That happens too.
Yeah.
But if you're going to what we're gonna preview, which is Fantastic Cat, it is at the Waterfront Park there in Louisville. I believe anything at the Waterfront Park, well, probably for the 4th of July is free, but don't quote me on that. Look it up before you go. But you have 3 people. You got Brian Dunne, D-U-N-N-E, right? Dunne, I would say
Dunn.
Dunn?
Yeah, because there are Dunns here in town that spell their last name, D-U-N-N-E.
But I thought the E meant that you pronounce the U with like a U.
I don't know. Pronounce it how it's not like he's listening.
That's true.
I mean, you can call him whenever you want.
Dunn. Yeah. Well, Brian Dunn or Dunn. It's D-U-N-N-E if you want to look him up. Along with Anthony D'Amato.
No, yeah.
D'Amato?
D'Amato, maybe.
D'Amato?
Mm.
Okay. D'Amato. Yeah. They're going to be playing along with the ones we are previewing, which is Fantastic Cat.
We talked about them Tuesday because we both liked the name of that band.
We did, and so of course, what did I do?
I went and
I went and listened to them, and I kind of like them. They give me this Houndmouth vibe from like that nice Americana going on, and they've been described as the Wu-Tang Clan of Americana,
That's quite the description.
Which is or the Harlem Globetrotters of Americana as well. So this is Fantastic Cat. They're going to be at Louisville July 4th.
She said it's time you reassess your life. Are you sure that's what you're like? Or do you not know? And while I swore that I was in control, there were lies I might have told. Why, I don't know. Is a dream just a drawn out fantasy? A game of make-believe, a liminal state of being. 'Cause in my head, there's a band that plays at 10, and I am young again. It's quite a scene. And they sing, don't look down, baby, don't let go. Grab on to anything you think you can hold, and hold on tight when the light gets low. And don't look down, baby, don't let go. I was drunk, I was screaming in the street, saying, how can this be me?
I like this.
Yeah,
it's
good stuff.
You thought I would like it. This has got good vibes to it.
It does, very much so. And there's a few songs on here that I was listening to, and it had like just a, I don't know, I don't think it's any of the words that you can't say on radio, but it did have some cussing. So but the first one that they have on the top of the Spotify list is really good as well.
Okay.
If you want to check that out, that's Fantastic Cats. They're going to be there in Louisville, July 4th at Waterfront Park. That is an outdoor venue. I think that's where Forecastle used to be at as well. And so it's like you can sit in the, I guess, under I-75, I think is where,
I think I saw Mumford and Sons there at
probably.
one point.
Yeah. It's a nice little, people pull up their boats as well. There's like a little boat slip or whatever that they can pull up and watch the shows. It's pretty neat.
Cool.
Yeah,
and they're there tomorrow night.
Yes. Yeah, so if you're looking for something to do somewhere else, or if you're going to visit somebody and you're just like, well, we're in Louisville, what else should we do? You can head down to Waterfront Park to go see Fantastic Cat.
10,894 followers, 30,000 monthly listeners.
Yeah.
For Fantastic Cat.
Like I said, definitely gave me the early Houndmouth vibes to it. So I really liked Houndmouth's earlier stuff whenever Katie Tupin was still along with them. But this gave me that kind of vibes. I like it. It's good stuff.
There it is. Fantastic Cat. Jack's clapping for him.
I know. Jack has some new ink, I see.
It's tatted up.
Yeah.
And Rayleigh was too. Rayleigh went to overnight church camp.
Okay.
It's just a one-night thing, but
cool.
she went tatted up.
Okay.
Yeah. You can imagine they're probably in horror there. The camp. Here's a 6-year-old girl.
Yeah.
With tattoos.
But what's the tattoos? Like unicorns? Like
no, it's like a cross and Jesus hanging on the cross and Bible verses.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Yeah.
American flag.
Okay.
Yeah, patriotic feel and Christian patriotic feel to it. I guess I don't know. Dusty, appreciate you being on.
No problem, Joe.
Kentucky
Happy 4th
Music
of July.
Preview. Yeah, you too. Again tonight, Montgomery Gentry. Dusty will be there.
Yeah,
and one of the beer
come say
trucks.
hi. Yeah.
It's 8:37 in the morning. We're back after this.
It's Eddie Montgomery from Montgomery Gentry. I'm coming home the 3rd of July, baby, for the 250th celebration.
Kick off the 4th of July holiday celebration of America's 250th birthday in Boyle County with a free concert with Montgomery Gentry at Millennium Park. His first ever live concert in Boyle County. Come and hear all of his greatest hits performed live. July 3rd, 7 o'clock. Come early for the bluegrass band Ridgeline, opening at 5:30. Bring your chairs and your blankets. Food trucks available.
So let's make sure we make this celebration the best celebration ever in my town, baby. Yeah, this is my town. That's right, Danville, Kentucky. Let's get her done, boys. The party's on its way.
Friday, July 3rd, free concert, Millennium Park. Celebrate America's 250th birthday. God bless America, baby! This special concert event is sponsored by the 250th Celebration Committee.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
Eddie Montgomery's hometown concert is tonight. The My Town concert will take place in Millennium Park tonight. Here's what you need to know. Gates open today at 3:30. The opening band Ridgeline will take the stage around 5:30, with Eddie Montgomery expected sometime around 7. You're asked to get there early as a big crowd is expected on hand. There are 4 designated parking areas, 2 of them in the old fairgrounds location and 1 at Boyle County Middle School. Those are all walking parking lots. There's 1 designated parking lot that will have a shuttle bus. That one is the furthest lot away at Boyle County High School. You can bring in chairs or blankets, small personal bags, light snacks, and sealed non-alcoholic drinks or empty refillable water bottles. That's a key to remember, since it was announced that free ice and free water would be on hand at that concert due to the soaring temperatures. You'll just need a reusable cup to fill up. What's not allowed? Alcohol, drugs or weapons, coolers, glass bottles, tents, umbrellas or shade canopies, fireworks, drones or laser pointers, pets except for service animals, scooters or motorized devices. Bring some dollars. There will be plenty of food and drink trucks set up as well. Make sure you stay hydrated and dress in light, loose-fitting, and comfortable clothing. It's tonight at Millennium Park for the first ever hometown concert by Boyle County's own Eddie Montgomery. There's also fireworks shows in the area today and tomorrow. Garrett County will have theirs tonight at the Garrett County Fairgrounds. Gates open at 5 o'clock with concessions available, and the fireworks starting at dusk. Harrodsburg will also have their fireworks display tonight at Anderson Dean Park with food trucks available and fireworks at dusk. Tomorrow on the 4th, there's the Danville fireworks in Millennium Park, and the famed Lights Over Harrington will be tomorrow night as well. The Harrisburg-Mercer County Joint Planning and Zoning Commission plans to hold another public meeting on a proposed data center sometime this month. The initial hope was to have another meeting in June, but no date had ever been scheduled. The Harrisburg Herald reports that Planning and Zoning hopes to hold the public meeting in the CU Harrisburg Gymnasium again. Since the last public meeting, the ordinance has also been revised, and that'll be available for the public to view before the meeting as well. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
I'm Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom. The Boyle County EMS Crisis Response Unit is here to help, whether you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or just need to talk to someone. Our team is trained, compassionate, and ready to respond. Call the Boyle County EMS Crisis Response Unit today, 238-1134, because your mental health matters.
Boyle County EMS, every second counts, every life matters.
Nothing celebrates independence like a fireworks show. And Z105 and Send the Lights fireworks stands want to add to your fireworks show with a special mix of patriotic and fun songs this 4th of July, Eve and night. Tune in to Z105 WRNZ from 9 to 11. Enjoy a special musical soundtrack to go with your fireworks show. Listen live on your phone too at hometownlive.net. Brought to you by Send the Light fireworks stands and Z105.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
All right, little Rayleigh Joe, thank you for that. Brought to you by Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville. Convenient stay in your car drive-thru. Complete diabetes shop, Monday through Friday, 9 to 7. Saturday, 9 to 5. Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville behind Cracker Barrel. Sunny and hot, 95 and 73 the high and low. 102 is the heat index. Sunshine tomorrow and Independence Day. July 4th, 92 is the high. A low tomorrow night, 72. Sunday, showers and thunderstorms are likely early. Should clear out by the late afternoon. Right now, it's 8:43 in the morning. And Pimmy, Wedding Planning with Pam, here she is.
Hi, I'm Pam Stewart Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pam. No matter how you announce your engagement, expect that your parents may have questions about your intended's goals, where you'll live, how you'll deal with finances, and education. If one of you is divorced, the other's parents may be uneasy about what went wrong with the first marriage. Offer them a simple, reassuring statement. If one of you has children, the other's parents may be apprehensive about their son or daughter becoming an instant parent. So make an extra effort to help them get to know the children before the wedding. Once your fiancé tells his parents, they traditionally call on your parents so everyone can get acquainted. His mother might phone to invite your parents for drinks, brunch, or dinner. If your parents are divorced, the first invitation might be extended to the person who raised you. If your families live in different towns, a note from his mother to your mother saying how pleased she is that you'll be a member of the family is a thoughtful gesture. Even if your parents are old friends, this is the perfect excuse for them to have dinner together and toast the occasion. Your fiancé's parents haven't contacted your parents. You and your fiancé might get everyone together. My love note for today: celebrate your engagement, your love and commitment in a style that is personally meaningful to you.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I was throwing a party for the twins and had custom invites and a banner printed at Staples. And that's when I saw Party City is now at Staples.
Party City? No way!
So now Staples has all your printing needs and everything you need for a party.
Everything times 2.
And now at Staples, save 25% on all custom banners.
Party City is now at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app. Some banners available same day when ordered by 12 p.m. Ins 8-1 exclusions apply.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 26th through July 6th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only, some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
The secret is out. With millions of younger-looking customers across the country, Plexiderm is one of the most highly sought-after products on the market. It visibly shrinks under-eye bags and smooths out crow's feet in minutes, and the effects last up to 10 hours. Influencers love it, magazines feature it, and people just can't get enough of it. As a matter of fact, Elle Magazine gave it an Editor's Choice Award as Best Instant Wrinkle Filler for 2025. In as little as 10 minutes, Plexiderm reduces the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and those dreaded under-eye bags. So yes, you can look years younger in minutes, and the effects last for hours. No surgery, no gimmicks, just results. The best news, you can try Plexiderm for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Call 1-800-598-6439. That's 1-800-598-6439. Or visit plexiderm.com/trial. Paid for by Sheer Science.
Got to feel bad? The Ready Care Clinic is awaiting you. They can treat illnesses with local providers whom you will come to love. Now servicing Danville, located near Save-A-Lot, Lexington Road. The Ready Care Clinic.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
Whoops!
Looks way too much for.
Had two things playing at one time there. All right, 8:47 in the morning. 859-238 WHIR.
He hasn't had a raise since New Year's Day in '88. Gets trampled on by everyone except when he comes in here.
Yeah, a little Eddie Montgomery for you. Tonight's the night. Dusty's going to be there. He's excited about it. It's going to be a big crowd. I was talking with Jerry Farmer yesterday and went and got a haircut, and Jerry's like, I'm going to be there. I'm excited about it. Levi said the same thing in the chair next to Jerry. He's like, I'm going to be there. I'm excited about it. So going to be a lot of people there tonight for that Eddie Montgomery concert. Right now, let's see what's going on in Grub Gab, the world of food, where you can always and unequivocally just eat it. Right here on the Joe Show. Here we go. All right, Jack, starting off with Dairy Queen, with the U.S.'s 250th birthday and the World Cup going on this summer. Dairy Queen launches the new Stars and Stripes Misty Slush Float and its Blizzard Cup lineup featuring globally inspired flavors. The new Stars and Stripes Misty Slush Float features a cherry misty slush lighter with vanilla soft serve, blue raspberry misty slush, and festive star sprinkles. That sounds awesome. That's now through July 5th. The new Blizzard Cup lineup includes 3 flavors. The Strawberry Mango Mochi Blizzard, vanilla soft serve mixed with mango-flavored mochi pieces and strawberry topping. The new Biscoff Cookie Blizzard, vanilla soft serve mixed with Biscoff cookies And one, Jack, that me and Mommy tried out the other day, but you don't even know that we did. After we went out to eat at Asuka a couple nights ago, we went and got the Mexican-style hot chocolate blizzard, which was okay. Vanilla soft serve mixed with Mexican hot chocolate mix, chocolatey chunks, fudge-covered marshmallows, and cocoa fudge. You want to try that out?
Maybe.
I would recommend, after having it and after hearing about the Misty Slush Float, I would recommend going Misty Slush Float. I think that's the one that I would go with. That's story number one. Story number two coming from Zaxby's. Where did it go? Oh, I've got to go back. Hold on. Same website. Zaxby's expanding its chicken bacon ranch lineup. You love Zaxby's. Jack is a big Zaxby's fan. I am too. I love Zaxby's. New chicken bacon ranch lineup. Lineup features chicken bacon ranch wrap meal, a giant chicken finger wrap with 3 hand-breaded chicken fingers, mixed greens with carrots and red cabbage, cheddar jack cheese, natural hardwood smoked bacon, cucumbers, maters, and a drizzle of ranch. The chicken bacon ranch quesadilla, a giant quesadilla pack with 3 hand-breaded chicken fingers, cheddar jack cheese, hardwood smoked bacon, ranch, and a flour tortilla, and the chicken bacon ranch loaded fries. Chicken fries topped with hand-breaded fried chicken, cheddar jack cheese, natural hardwood smoked bacon, and ranch, all at Zaxby's. They also continue to offer their banana pudding milkshake into the summer. Brought back in time, it's the banana pudding milkshake with vanilla wafer pieces in it, whipped cream and a maraschino cherry. Both of those items, all those items, available at Zaxby's. That sound good to you?
I wasn't really listening, but it probably was going to be good.
You weren't listening? I mean, come on, Jack. You got to pay attention when you're on the radio.
Sonic, it's got like a red, white, and blue slushie.
Sonic does have a red, white, and blue slushie. You're exactly right. Sonic has got some new stuff, too. That's a great point. They're not on this list, but Sonic does have some new July 4th offerings as well. Sonic, Zaxby's, Dairy Queen, Grub Gab, the world of food, where you can always and unequivocally just eat it right here on the Joe Show. It's 8:50 in the morning. We see what's going on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history coming up next.
Got pain? Curamin is your safe, effective answer. Curamin from Terry Naturally doesn't just mask pain. It gets to the source and stops it. Get results or your money back. Got pain? Get Curamin.
On sale now, only at the Danville Nutrition Center. We are located at 802 South 4th Street in Danville.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA, and this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Curamin is for the use of occasional muscle pain due to exercise or overuse.
The Danville Mailing Center makes shipping easy. UPS, FedEx, DHL, U.S. Postal Service. Let them find the fastest or most economical way. They'll even pack it up. It's a no-hassle way to ship. The Danville Mailing Center on Jane Trail across from McDonald's. Ask for your $3 discount.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. In baseball yesterday, a great pitching matchup went the way of Cincinnati, which finally beat Milwaukee this year 7-2. Chase Burns, now 10-1, beat Jacob Mizorowski of the Brewers. The Reds had homers from Sal Stewart, Jose Trevino, and T.J. Friedel. Cincinnati hosts Baltimore tonight. Other scores from Thursday: Guardians 6, White Sox 5, Cardinals 11, Braves 5, Pirates 6, Phillies 1, and the Dodgers 12, Padres 7. Also winning were the Mariners, Rangers, Rays, and the Rockies. The North American host for the Men's World Cup soccer matches are set for the final 16. Canada faces Morocco tomorrow afternoon at 1 in Houston. Mexico meets England Sunday night at 8 in Mexico City. And the United States plays Belgium Monday night at 8 in Seattle. Yesterday's World Cup scores: Spain blanked Austria 3-0, Portugal edged Croatia 2-1 in overtime, and Switzerland shut out Algeria 2-0. Today's action in the knockout round of 32 looks like this: Argentina versus Cabo Verde, Australia versus Egypt, and Colombia versus Ghana. The top-rated girls high school basketball player in the class of 29 in Kentucky has committed to play collegiately for Kenny Brooks at UK. 6'6" Jaden McLean of Ryle made her announcement on social media. McLean averaged 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 block shots per game last year as a freshman. Hometown Radio brings you NASCAR racing this weekend from Chicagoland Speedway. Join us tomorrow evening for O'Reilly Auto Parts Racing at 5 o'clock. Cup Racing comes to you Sunday at 5, both on WHIR FM 1039. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Big deals.
Give your budget a break and discover unbeatable bargains at the Hometown Radio Big Deal Store, your local headquarters for savings that simply can't be matched. Indulge in a sweet treat from Sweets by Cindy with one of their famous cupcakes. $10 tickets are just half price at $5. Give your car the VIP treatment with the Triple Crown Wash at Thoroughbred Express Auto Wash at half price, just $10. A play or two this summer at Pioneer Playhouse and save $5 off the admission price. No matter if you call Danville, Harrodsburg, Lancaster, or Stanford home, amazing savings are right at your fingertips. Explore our online deals at hometownlive.net. Why wait? Visit the Hometown Radio Big Deal Store now and let those discounts keep more money in your wallet. Support your favorite local spots and treat yourself.
And now, here's a message from Morrison Bottom at Gethsemane Baptist Church in Danville.
Lord, you're so wonderful, and you much. We ask for blessings upon those that seek to preach your word. Those that hear, Father, we know going to church doesn't save us, but it sure does help lives when we worship you together. All glory belongs to thee, Father. Amen.
A message from Gethsemane Baptist Church in Danville, across from Berkman Mill.
Looking to trade or purchase a new automobile? Iran Auto Sales in Lexington on New Circle Road. Needing help with financing? Get pre-approved with Capital One. When you're there, it's all about quality cars, unbeatable deals, and a name you can trust. That's Ryan Auto Sales. That's RAYYAN Autosales.com.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Thank you, Little Rayleigh. Brought to you by our friends at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision auto body repair. Head to the mechanics over at Dabs. Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Della Hay. Get a free and they work with your insurance company. Fixing water leaks, window motor repairs. Hell damage and paintless dent repair, Danville Auto Body Shop. Sunshine and hot, 95 is the high. Low tonight of 73, 102 the heat index. It is a heat advisory day today. Tomorrow, July 4th, mostly sunny, 92 and 72. Fireworks shows tomorrow night should be good to go. On Sunday, showers are likely between 11 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Right now, it's 8:57. It's Friday, the third day of the month of July. I'm happy to have you on the show this morning. 859-238-9447. 238 WHIR. We see what's gone on this date, July 3rd. In what, Jack? In rock and roll,
Music,
pop, and R&B music history. Starting off, Jack, on this date in 1929, where David Lynch was born. David Lynch, a member from this group, a group called the Platters, who had this one at number 1 in 1959.
They ask me how I knew my true love was true.
David Lynch would have had a birthday today. Died of cancer January of 1981. This group, the Platters, had 40 charting singles on Billboard's Hot 100 chart between 1955 and 1967. The Platters, David Lynch, would have been 97 years old.
They said someday you'll find all who love are blind.
It was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1968, where an impromptu gathering of musicians at Joni This house in Laurel Canyon, Los Angeles, ended up the first time where 3 of these artists would perform together. David Crosby, Stephen Stills, and Graham Nash played together for the very first time. They went on to form Crosby, Stills, and Nash. And with Neil Young, Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, CSNY, this date, 1968.
Well, I came upon the child of God. He was walking along the road, and I asked him, tell me, where are you going? He told me.
And it was on this day in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, 1971, a sad day in music history where the great Jim Morrison was found dead in a bathtub from a heart attack. Co-wrote some of the biggest hits for the Doors, Jim Morrison. On this day, 1971, he died, and that's what's gone on this date, July the 3rd in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. 9 o'clock in the morning, news is now.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WIMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. This could be the hottest 4th of July ever in some parts of the U.S. Forecasters say hundreds of heat records could be set by Saturday. An extreme heat warning is in effect in New York City until Saturday night. Similar warnings have been posted in Boston, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. An appeals court is allowing the Trump administration to go ahead with a plan to remove national park signs it claims are disparaging Americans. Mark Mayfield with details.
Last year, the administration directed parks to review signs for messages that emphasizes matters unrelated to beauty, abundance, or grandeur of natural features. Critics called it an effort to whitewash history, and last month a federal judge ordered the Park Service to restore the signs. On Thursday, however, a federal appeals court reversed the court's order and ruled that the groups suing the government did not show that the order would cause them substantial injury.
President Trump will visit Mount Rushmore today for one of the nation's biggest Independence Day celebrations. Monica Nelson reports.
Trump is set to attend the America's 250 fireworks celebration, marking the country's 250th birthday. South Dakota Governor Larry Roden praised the announcement, saying, "Together, we will throw the biggest birthday party ever for our nation and celebrate America's legacy of freedom, liberty, and justice for all." The event is in partnership with the U.S. Department of the Interior and the National Park Service. I'm Monica Nelson.
The job market looks to be cooling off after a hot streak. Mitch McCann reports that according to the Labor Department, the U.S. economy added just 57,000 jobs in June. That's well below the 115,000 jobs analysts had expected.
The big question here is, what does this mean for the Federal Reserve and interest rates? And there is growing speculation, I think, that inflation levels could keep the Fed considering a rate hike.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Hi, how can I help? Well, my husband and I feel like we've outgrown our current money manager. I see. Our lives have changed, and we need something more than just mutual funds to help us in retirement.
She's right.
I hear that often. Investments, we'd start by getting to know you, your finances, family, health, lifestyle. We tailor a portfolio around your goals and needs.
Sounds good.
Can you help with estate planning? Yes. We have a team of specialists who can help you with estate planning, Social Security, investment income, and more. We'll get to know your whole financial picture and help keep you on the path to a comfortable retirement.
And your fees?
We have a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better. I feel better already. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Road closures around Madison Square Garden are going into effect as the area prepares for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's reported wedding in New York City. Natalie Migliori.
With several streets surrounding MSG closed to vehicles, the Swift and Kelsey extravaganza is expected to draw more than 1,000 guests. New Yorkers not so psyched.
I mean, to be honest, the people that have to go to work is really inconveniencing everyone else.
Police barricades and tents are already up, with the NYPD warning of an uptick in officer presence around the world's most famous arena. Even though several signs point to what's considered America's royal wedding, nothing has been confirmed. Guests reportedly received NDAs ahead of the big event.
Firefighters from Los Angeles were part of the rescue team that pulled a survivor to safety in Venezuela Thursday. More from Jason Nathanson.
The 47-year-old security guard had been trapped under the rubble of a collapsed building in Venezuela for 8 days. NBC Los Angeles says authorities made contact with him on Sunday, gave him food and water, and search and rescue teams from Los Angeles County, Miami, and Chile pulled the man out alive on Thursday.
It's truly what we're there to do.
Keith Navarre is with the LA County Fire Department.
We're there to try to find some viable victims that we can help get out of the rubble.
The rescue, a glimmer of hope, as the windows closing in the race to find survivors. I'm Jason Nathanson.
It's a patriotic time of the year, but San Marcos, California neighbors say their HOA is threatening a $100 fine if they keep flying American flags outside of their condos. More from John Fink.
The dispute is happening right as many families put up flags ahead of the 4th of July. Neighbors argue they should be allowed to show the flag, while the HOA points to its rules on what can hang outside units. For now, homeowners say they're pushing back, with some putting up more flags.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Your morning espresso starts right here. It's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
A new poll shows that this Democratic Socialists of America supporters are now, quote, rich, white, college-educated liberals. Despite their claim of standing against the elite of society and for the working class, 4 in 10 upper-income Democrats also say they like Democratic Socialists, compared to 34% of middle-income Democrats and 24% of low-income Democrats. So what does this mean? This means that Republicans have, if they play this right, they have the best opportunity to way outperform any expectations that anybody's laying out for the midterms when that comes around in November.
The Sean Hannity Show, from coast to coast, later today.
I hope you'll join the hundreds of thousands of people who choose confidence over uncertainty. Now more families are turning to Byrna, the world leader in the less lethal personal defense category, because being prepared, that changes everything. All hand assembled in beautiful Fort Wayne, Indiana. Now their compact launcher is small enough to conceal carry, but powerful enough to help stop any threat from up to 60 feet away. It fires kinetic tear gas pepper rounds that can disable an attacker for up to 40 minutes. Now that gives you distance, time, and the ability to take control of a dangerous situation without resorting to lethal force. You don't need a background check, you don't need a permit, and it's legal in all 50 states, and they'll ship it right to your door. It's trusted by hundreds of law enforcement and government agencies and families across the country. Now, Byrna gives you more than protection. It gives you confidence, control, and the power to stand ready when it matters most. Visit BYRNA.com or try before you buy at your local Sportsman's Warehouse location.
The secret is out. With millions of younger-looking customers across the country, Plexiderm is one of the most highly sought-after products on the market. It visibly shrinks under-eye bags and smooths out crow's feet in minutes, and the effects last up to 10 hours. Influencers love it, magazines feature it, and people just can't get enough of it. As a matter of fact, Elle Magazine gave it an Editor's Choice Award as Best Instant Wrinkle Filler for 2025. In as little as 10 minutes, Plexiderm reduces the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and those dreaded under-eye bags. So yes, you can look years younger in minutes, and the effects last for hours. No surgery, no gimmicks, just results. The best news, you can try Plexiderm for $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Call 1-800-598-6439. That's 1-800-598-6439. Or visit plexiderm.com/trial. Paid for by Sheer Science.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Eddie Montgomery's hometown concert is tonight. The My Town concert will take place in Millennium Park tonight. Here's what you need to know. Gates open today at 3:30. The opening band Ridgeline will take the stage around 5:30, with Eddie Montgomery expected sometime around 7. You're asked to get there early as a big crowd is expected on hand. There are 4 designated parking areas, 2 of them in the old fairgrounds location and 1 at Boyle County Middle School. Those are all walking parking lots. There's 1 designated parking lot that will have a shuttle bus. That one is the furthest lot away at Boyle County High School. You can bring in chairs or blankets, small personal bags, light snacks, and sealed non-alcoholic drinks or empty refillable water bottles. That's a key to remember, since it was announced that free ice and free water would be on hand at that concert due to the soaring temperatures. You'll just need a reusable cup to fill up. What's not allowed? Alcohol, drugs or weapons, coolers, glass bottles, tents, umbrellas or shade canopies, fireworks, drones or laser pointers, pets except for service animals, scooters or motorized devices. Bring some dollars. There will be plenty of food and drink trucks set up as well. Make sure you stay hydrated and dress in light, loose-fitting, and comfortable clothing. It's tonight at Millennium Park for the first ever hometown concert by Boyle County's own Eddie Montgomery. There's also fireworks shows in the area today and tomorrow. Garrett County will have theirs tonight at the Garrett County Fairgrounds. Gates open at 5 o'clock with concessions available, and the fireworks starting at dusk. Harrodsburg will also have their fireworks display tonight at Anderson Dean Park with food trucks available and fireworks at dusk. Tomorrow on the 4th, there's the Danville fireworks in Millennium Park, and the famed Lights Over Harrington will be tomorrow night as well. The Harrisburg-Mercer County Joint Planning and Zoning Commission plans to hold another public meeting on a proposed data center sometime this month. The initial hope was to have another meeting in June, but no date had ever been scheduled. The Harrisburg Herald reports that Planning and Zoning hopes to hold the public meeting in the CU Harrisburg Gymnasium again. It's the last public meeting. The ordinance has also been revised, and that'll be available for the public to view before the meeting as well. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Little Riley Joe, thank you for that. Brought to you by Southern Heating and Cooling, keeping your home cozy as your comfort is their priority. Better known, family operated, locally trusted. Come on, go online, southernheatingcooling.com, 859-324-2770, Southern Heating and Cooling. Sunshine and hot, 95 and 73 is the high and low. Heat index 102 today. Yes, we are under a heat advisory warning. Tomorrow, Independence Day, mostly sunny, a high of 92. A low tomorrow night, 72. Sunday is post-Independence Day. And we get rain showers, thunderstorms possible in the afternoon, early hours, and then mostly sunny after that. Right now, it's 9:11 in the morning. We're looking at Friday, the 3rd day of July. It's already 80 degrees right here in Danville. I'm hanging out with my son, Jack, who's in studio with me this morning. Say good morning to our listeners, Jack.
Good morning.
Appreciate Jack being in here. Wanted to know what it was like coming to the radio station for a morning show. He's been in here numerous times, but to be on the morning show and what I do on a daily basis, which is a whole lot of nothing back here for 4 hours. Jack is getting the full scope of everything radio right now. 859-238-WHIR is the phone number to call in here this morning, 238-9447. So happy to have you right here on the radio, on the Joe Show. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce expected to get married this week. Actually, today at Madison Square Garden. Check this ad out.
Did you schedule your wedding for this weekend only to have Taylor Swift take all the attention away from your wedding by having her wedding on the same weekend? Then you may be entitled to money. And at our law offices, we can get you the money you deserve. Just listen to this satisfied client.
I was supposed to get married on the 4th of July, but Taylor Swift stole my thunder by having her wedding on the same day. All my groomsmen canceled because they want to watch the Taylor Swift-Travis Kelce wedding on YouTube or wherever it's going to be streamed. Well, I hired a lawyer and they got me $50,000 to put towards a wedding on a different day because I lost all my deposits for the flowers and the venue and all that.
And that's not all. We'll even reschedule your wedding for you.
Yeah, the only available date is Thanksgiving, so, nobody's going to show up to that one either, I guess.
Bummer. So if Taylor Swift has scheduled her wedding on the same weekend as yours, call our law offices and we'll get you money, making the law work for you. Se habla español.
There it is. Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce today. Supposed to be like a 10 or 12 hour affair or something like that. Got a phone number in here, phone call, I should say, in here. Good morning. You're on the Joe Show.
It's Friday!
Yes!
It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
It absolutely is a Friday. Miles Bell has declared it, thus it shall be for the remainder of this day. A Friday. And Miles joining us this morning. What's going on with Miles Bell on this July the 3rd morning, Miles? How you doing this morning?
Good.
All righty, good. All right, Miles, first question. Are you going to be at the Eddie Montgomery concert tonight?
No.
No? Too hot for you, Miles?
Well, it's too hot and too crowded and too
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be hot. You're right. It's gonna be hot. I know people are excited about it, but it's gonna be hot. We've been telling people make sure that you take the necessary precautions, stay hydrated, and things of that nature. But it's an exciting weekend overall to be able to have Eddie Montgomery perform his first ever hometown concert for us here in Boyle County, and then all the events and activities tomorrow with the downtown patriotic parade, the fireworks show tomorrow, and all that. It's a very exciting time. Well, Miles, since you're not going to that, what's your weekend plans then?
Are you going?
I haven't decided yet. My mom wants to go, and my dad doesn't seem to want to go. And so my mom's like, well, I guess I'll have to go by myself. And I'm like, well, I don't want to have my mom to have to go by herself to a concert. So I don't know, Miles. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so. But, I mean, what are your weekend plans then, Miles? If you're not going to go to the concert, what are you going to do this weekend?
Cookout.
Oh, you got a cookout? You got a cookout, Miles?
Yes, on Sunday.
Okay, on Sunday. That's when our cookout is. We're having a cookout Sunday, too. Who's doing the grilling, Miles?
Junior.
Junior is? All right, so are you hamburgers and hot dogs?
What'd you say?
I said hamburgers and hot dogs?
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you this then, Miles. What makes the perfect hamburger? Tell me what you would put on your hamburger to make it perfect. So you've got a bun and you've got the hamburger. That's all you got. We don't even have cheese on it yet. I don't know if you want cheese. Build your perfect hamburger right now, Miles.
Cheese and lettuce and onion, mustard, ketchup, and everything.
Oh, I love that. You're missing. What about mayonnaise? You like mayonnaise on it?
Yeah.
All right, you're missing. I love what you have just made. You're missing one thing that I would put on mine. What about tomatoes? You want tomatoes on there?
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I must have missed that. Okay, well, you and Miles, you and me have built the same exact burger. I'm staying away from the pickles, the worst food man has ever created, pickles. Again, God created cucumbers, man messed it up by making pickles. I'm staying away from that, Miles, but everything else, load it up and watch me go to town on this burger.
Yeah.
Love it. Good stuff. Miles, hey, I appreciate you calling in, buddy. You have a great weekend. Hopefully the Reds can pick up some wins for you this weekend as well. You got to pick up wins somewhere. Braves are the same way. They're 5-15. The Braves are in their last 20 games, Miles, so I know how you feel watching your team lose.
Well, I've about given up on it.
Yeah, well, I saw someone on social media say the Red season, I think it was Kirk Herbstreit, said the Red season lasts from April to May. And he said, and after that, they're out of it every single year.
You're right.
Well, there you go. Miles, appreciate you being on, buddy. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay.
All right, Miles. Bye.
Bye-bye.
There you go. Miles Bell calling in, giving us an update. What's going on in his house? A cookout on Sunday, which is when we're having a cookout. All right, Jack. Let me ask you this. You build your perfect burger. You have the bun and you have the hamburger, and the rest of it is up to you.
I've changed it a little bit. I might put some onions, some lettuce, tomato, ketchup, mustard, maybe not ketchup, mustard, maybe some mayonnaise.
What about cheese?
I'm not such a. I don't. Maybe cheese.
I've never known you to not. When did you stop liking cheese on your hamburger? When did that become a thing?
I don't know.
You just like. That's not a make or break thing for you. It's like if it's there, okay. If it's not, you're fine with it.
Yeah.
And what do you mean ketchup and mustard maybe, and then maybe mayonnaise? You don't want all three of them on there?
Like, yeah, but also sometimes, like at McDonald's, I'll get mayonnaise and then the. Yeah.
You like the daily double meal at McDonald's?
Yes.
And when did you start liking onions? Because it was always no onions.
Onion
Because in the
rings?
daily double, they put 2 different types of onions on there. And you were always like, take off both onions. And then we got you McDonald's 2 days ago, and you're like, leave the onions on. So when did you start liking onions?
A few days ago, but
Woke up one day, just started liking onions. But you do
because
like,
of onion rings.
Yeah, I was going to
Onion
say, you
rings.
like onion rings.
I love onion rings.
Yeah, so. All right, ice cream lovers, this one's for you. A new survey found that during the summer, the average person eats 11 scoops of ice cream a week.
What?
11 scoops of ice cream a week. Jack, what are you saying? What? I saw you 2 days ago.
Well, okay.
Eat 2 ice cream cones back to back, and Mom wasn't even there. It was me and Mimi and Papa, and I probably should have stopped you at 1, but we were trying to finish the ice cream off, and so you had back-to-back ice cream cones.
I could have gone for triple.
You could have. No, you're right. You could have gone. We had to stop you at 2. So what's your favorite type of ice cream? Well, let me ask you this. What were you asking me yesterday to stop for at the store?
Reese's peanut butter ice cream.
Reese peanut butter ice cream, like the type that we had that
Yeah.
you ate. It was peanut butter ice
Either,
cream.
Like chocolate or that.
It was peanut butter ice cream, and then it had Reese cups in it. Now, Mommy went to the store and bought some ice cream right now that we have in the freezer that you don't like.
Like cheesecake ice cream.
Yeah, it's a little cheesecakey. It's cheesecake ice cream. So here's what they say in terms of ice cream. Some of the numbers. Americans eat an estimated 11.4 billion pounds of ice cream over the course of the summer. That's enough to fill 113 football stadiums.
Oh.
Cookies and cream is the favorite flavor for Gen Z, millennials, and Gen X. But baby boomers still prefer the classic chocolate. What do you think about cookies and cream?
That's pretty good. Too.
Oh, I love cookies and a good solid cookies and cream ice cream. Give it to me all day. The survey also settled another important debate. Most people would rather eat their ice cream from, what do you think, Jack? A bowl or a cup or a cone? Which one do you think is the best?
Cone.
A cone. However, most people in the survey said the opposite. They would rather eat their ice cream from a bowl or a cup than they would for a cone.
Well, sometimes if it's like my ice cream's a little bit like crazy with everything on it, like when we
Like
got
too many
Snickles,
toppings?
chocolate, and chocolate ice cream. It's everywhere. I'll just take a bowl.
It makes
so
better
it's-
sense to have it in a bowl so that the toppings aren't going everywhere. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. July, I believe, is National Ice Cream Month, if I'm not mistaken. So you got the cookouts happening, National Ice Cream Month as well. The average person eats 11 scoops of ice cream a week during the summer.
Does that let me eat more ice cream than 2?
Yeah, you're below the average this week. We got to get you more ice cream. You're right. We got sports next.
Hello, I'm Gary Fogle. Welcome to Kentucky Sports Memories. And today, what is quite possibly the most controversial sport in Kentucky history?
At Watson's, we've been delivering all the family fun and relaxation to our local community for over 50 years. Our mission is to provide high-quality home recreational products and home furnishings to our customers that bring families and friends together for a break from the daily stresses of life. Shop the largest local selection of in-stock products for your home, inside and out, and get the guaranteed lowest price in the USA. Only at Watson's.
This week, the country is celebrating its 250th anniversary, so all this week, we've been looking at sports people here in Kentucky were playing back 250 years ago in 1776. And one of the controversial sports that people were participating in was cockfighting. Actually, back then, it wasn't seen as controversial because it was completely legal It is illegal now. We'll touch more on that in a moment. But back then, it was a really big sport throughout the state. As a matter of fact, I found an ad online from a promotion for a cockfight, an ad that was put in a newspaper back in the early 1900s for this cockfight that was going to take place in Pineville, which is in Bell County, a southeastern part of the state. And the ad guaranteed 20 entries in that cockfight and a prize of $300, which was pretty big money back then. Anyway, cockfighting through the years has certainly been controversial, and many states started banning it, outlawing it back in the 1800s. But many of the states didn't ban it until well into the 1900s, and Kentucky was one of those. As a matter of fact, it wasn't until 1974 that Kentucky did an outright ban on cockfighting. However, many people contested it. So it wasn't until 1994 that an appeals court upheld that ban and cockfighting was illegal for good here in Kentucky. Although many people will tell you it still goes on. Many places still hold cockfights here in Kentucky. They just have to do it in places where they hope to not be discovered because it is against the law. I hope you enjoyed the look back at sports people were enjoying in 1776 here in this part of the country. As I say, we weren't even a state then. We didn't become a state till 1792. That'll do it for the show this week. Thanks so much for being with me. Enjoy the celebrations of the 250th anniversary of this country. Gary Fogle, Kentucky Sports Memories.
Hello, this is Tony Wilder, Chairman of Boyle County's America 250 celebration. To follow up on our Friday, July 3rd Montgomery Gentry concert, we have a day-long lineup of patriotic and fun activities to offer on Saturday, July 4th. It all begins at 8:30 a.m. in Whitaker Park next to the courthouse, where we will have a flag-raising ceremony, a bench dedication by the Sons of the American Revolution, a remembrance of those Boyle Countyans killed in our nation's wars, and a 21-gun salute, and the exhibition of the traveling Vietnam War Memorial Wall. At 11, we'll stage our grand military-themed parade, and then around 1 o'clock, back at Whitaker Park for patriotic music, the reading of our Declaration of Independence, a visit by Thomas Jefferson and Ben Franklin, and concluding with some great traditional musical entertainment. Activities shift to Millennium Park for family fun, including a cornhole tournament at 5, live music at 6 featuring Blue Groove Jazz Combo, and at 7, Michael Fly and the Sounds. The celebration concludes with fireworks at 9:30, providing a spectacular finale to a weekend honoring America's 250th birthday. So come out and celebrate this very special 4th of July in Boyle County. See you there.
Pizza Hut just dropped the Ultimate Hot Bundle. Now you can create your ultimate feast with 2 medium pizzas, any style of 8-count boneless wings, and any sticks and 2 dips. Build your Ultimate Hot Bundle only at Pizza Hut. Feel good times. The Ultimate Hot Bundle, just a limited time only. 10 toppings max, not available on stuffed crust. Additional charge for extra cheese. Extra toppings on recipe pizzas and dips. Availability and prices and participation vary.
Hi, I'm Adam Hopkins, security officer at Farmers National Bank, and a current scam is telling people to send cash money through a crypto ATM. No bank will ever tell you to transmit money through a crypto ATM. Ever. If in doubt, contact us or local authorities.
Some love him and some hate him, but everybody listens to Sean Hannity weekdays at 3 and Saturdays at 10 on AM 1230 WHIR.
Hey! 9:28 in the morning. Just Love Coffee and Cafe in Danville is open today, and a great place for you to get your morning pick-me-up drink like the Cocoa Campfire Latte, named after the Fields of Freedom dog Coco, who is available for adoption right now. Coco's Campfire Latte, a rich chocolate latte topped with toasted marshmallow cold foam and finished with a graham cracker crumble. It's everything you love about a campfire s'mores in a cup. Also the Jolly Rancher Red Bull Infusion, a crisp, refreshing mix of green apple and watermelon watermelon flavors with Watermelon Red Bull, the perfect way to cool off this summer. They have teamed up this month in July with the Fields of Freedom Dog Rescue to help provide food, medical care, shelter, and second chances for dogs in need. Tell them you heard them this morning on The Joe Show. You get 200 free rewards points courtesy of Just Love Coffee and Cafe to your app. Just Love Coffee and Cafe right here in Danville in front of Hampton Inn and Holiday Inn Express. Hey, fireworks are fun, but oftentimes it's just best to leave them to the professionals. But since some people can't celebrate the 4th without blowing stuff up, here's a few things to keep in mind to make sure you have a safe holiday weekend. Number 1, don't let your kids handle fireworks. And obviously, don't do anything illegal. Keep in mind that young kids can hurt themselves, even with things like sparklers. Number 2, keep a big bucket of water or a garden hose handy in case there is an issue. And if a firework doesn't go off, never try to pick it up or relight it. Number 3, light fireworks one at a time and then move away quickly. Also, don't hold them in your hand unless the instructions specifically say to do that. Number 4, never use fireworks under the influence of alcohol or drugs. And number 5, don't get cocky. According to the latest data, only 15 people were killed, only in air quotes, in 2025 by fireworks, but around 13,000 people were injured. 35% of those injuries to hands and fingers, 22% injuries to the head, face, or ears, and 38% involved burns. Yeah, come on, be smart about it. Fireworks going to be going off Saturday at Millennium Park. The professionals will do it. You can make sure you're there Saturday night at Millennium Park and tonight at Millennium Park for Montgomery Gentry. It's 9:30.
There's a story that my daddy tells religiously, like clockwork every time he sees a note.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Kentucky Auditor Allison Ball says the Jefferson County Public School System could face consequences following the release of an audit that's highly critical of the district. Ball released a scathing audit of the district's financial state and student outcomes this week. She says the district board could face consequences because the JCPS board approved budgets with higher expenses than revenues. But she says it's not clear whether the district was aware of the problem because of inaccurate information forwarded to members by the district's previous superintendent, Dr. Marty Polio. A trial date is being set for a man allegedly connected to the killing of Crystal Rogers. Former Bardstown police officer Nick Houck is the brother of Rogers' convicted killer Brooks Houck, who was also Rogers' boyfriend at the time of her disappearance in 2015. Nick was arrested last month on felony perjury charges after Kentucky State Police allege he made false statements during the time between Rogers' murder and August of 2023. A trial date has been set for November 9th. Houck has pled not guilty to the charge. UPS is pointing the finger at Boeing for the reason engine mounts on their MD-11 aircraft weren't more closely inspected. Lee Mowen has the details.
New documents shared by crash investigators say that United Parcel Service never required detailed inspections before the fatal crash in Louisville, even after it was recommended by Boeing. Last fall, an MD-11 plane dropped an engine off its wing before killing all 3 pilots inside, 12 more on the ground, and injuring 23 others. While the final report on the crash's cause won't be out for another few months, UPS said once the pylon separated from the aircraft, the crash was inevitable. Boeing petitioned the FAA to extend required inspections from every 19,900 takeoffs and landings to 29,260. The plane crash was over 21,000. I'm Lee Mowen.
I'm John Shannon. This is the Kentucky News Network.
It's Eddie Montgomery from Montgomery Gentry. I'm coming home the 3rd of July, baby, for the 250th celebration.
Kick off the 4th of July holiday celebration of America's 250th birthday in Boyle County with a free concert with Montgomery Gentry at Millennium Park. His first ever live concert in Boyle County. Come and hear all of his greatest hits performed live. July 3rd, 7 o'clock. Come early for the bluegrass band Ridgeline, opening at 5:30. Bring your chairs and your blankets. Food trucks available.
So let's make sure we make this celebration the best celebration ever in my town, baby. Yeah, this is my town. That's right, Danville, Kentucky. Let's get her done, boys. The party's on its way.
Friday, July 3rd, free concert, Millennium Park. Celebrate America's 250th birthday. God bless America, baby! This special concert event is sponsored by the 250th Celebration Committee.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? A man age 50 non-tobacco user can obtain $500,000 of coverage for as little as $110 per month, level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. Call Term Busters for a quote, 1-800-908-7636. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-908-7636. Sample rate for preferred non-tobacco rate class, exam required to qualify. For details, call 1-800-908-7636. Paid for by Robert Livinger, insurance agent.
The world's biggest soccer tournament has arrived, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. Trade every match from the opening rounds all the way to the final. Last week, Argentina was trading at 15% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade could pay out $637 if they win soccer's biggest prize. Want to know what they're trading at today? Check Kalshi. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code PITCH to get a $10 credit when you trade $10. That's promo code PITCH. Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 plus only. Must be present in state where it's legal to trade. If that contract trading involves risk, it may not be suitable for all investors. Prizes, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. $10 free credit with no expiration. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. For more information, see kalshi.com/regulatory.
It's Friday, so make plans for the Lincoln County Fair tonight in Stamford. Pay just $20 at the gate for admission, carnival, and events. At 6, the Carnival and Floral Hall opens. At 6:30, it's the Lamb and Sheep Show at the Livestock Barn. At 7, it's the TNT Truck and Tractor Pool. Also at 7, take in wrestling at the Patent Building. The Lincoln County Fair is located at the bottom of Hall's Gap in Stamford. See you at the fair. Runs tonight and tomorrow. You gotta go.
Hello, this is James David Sperlin. The Sperlin family is proud to be the owner of President Pruitt Sperlin Funeral Home in Danville. Our pledge to you is to offer the same compassionate, caring service that President Pruitt established in 1880.
The Sperlin family has many years' experience taking care of families like yours with the finest and most affordable services available. They're located on South 4th Street in Danville. Call 859-236-4343, 236-4343.
Preston Pruitt Sperlin Funeral Home. Our family serving your family.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Little Riley Joe, brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Calling Marker Chris for a free quote, 859-236-6686. Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. Sunny and hot, 95 and 73 the high and low. 102 is the heat index. Tomorrow, Independence Day, mostly sunny. 92 is the high. A low tomorrow night, 72. Sunday, rain showers, thunderstorms are likely. A high of 90 and a low Sunday night of 70. On Monday, you get mostly sunny and a high of 88. Right now, 9:35 in the morning. And to make this segment official, here's Jim Parman.
The following is a paid program.
Told you. And we welcome onto the show Brian Bailey. He is the Bailey from the Bailey Law Group. Good morning, Brian. How are you?
I'm good, Joe. How are you this morning?
Doing great, Brian. Doing great. Appreciate you being on here this morning and giving us an update of what's going on in the world of law. And, Brian, one of the big stories right now is the trial of Nick Houck, who is the brother of Brooks Houck. We talked about this about a month ago or so, how he was arrested on charges of perjury. And he had, I guess, a hearing yesterday, Brian, and his attorney is asking for a venue change. And I know that as attorneys, you all are trying to always, work in a way to where your client gets the best, fairest shot at it. So tell us why someone would request a venue change in a trial. What would be the reason for that?
Well, it has to do with publicity and those types of issues, what the general public knows. And if they're looking at a jury trial, you really want, and in our society today, it's almost impossible to find, but you still can. What you really want is a jury pool that really doesn't know anything about the trial. And so I think the crime or the charges, and I really think over in Nelson County where this is at, you would be hard-pressed to find one person that hasn't heard about this, much less 12, or actually you almost need 14 because you need a couple alternates, 14 unbiased people that don't know anything about this controversy. So that's why you would look for a venue change. Now, moving it, I don't know where you would move it to inside the Commonwealth of Kentucky, or at this point within the what I like to call the SEC region. I don't know where you would move it to where you're going to find 12 people that don't know anything about this. But I think you got better chances the further away from Nelson County you get.
Yeah, so that's my next question. At what point is there such a thing as a county being too far away? So, like, let's say you go down to Fulton County or something. They're in far southwestern Kentucky as you can get. You're basically in Missouri at that point. I mean, maybe people there, you find people that wouldn't know a whole lot about this case, but is that too far away, or is there a certain jurisdiction where you're like, okay, we can't cross this county because that's too far away? How does that work?
Well, that's an interesting question that I don't really know the answer to. I don't think that there's any county too far away, because if you're on the defense team, because that's generally who's going to ask for a change of venue. You know, the prosecution generally isn't asking for a change of venue. You know, they do want people to get a fair trial, but they're less concerned about jurors being biased against the defendant than the defense attorney is, for obvious reasons. So I don't know that there is a county that is too far away, because if you're the one as a defense attorney requesting the change of venue, then you're the one that's going to have to foot the expense to get your witnesses to that county and get your defendant to that county and get your staff to that county. So I don't think there is a county that's too far away. I don't know whether there's a hard, fast rule on that. As far as I know, there's nothing in the rules of criminal procedure that dictate how far is too far.
Yeah.
So now, if we're talking depositions, you want to ask me about depositions, yeah, I can tell you that one. But if we're talking about a venue change, I don't know that there is a rule that governs that.
There was, as far as I understand, Brian, a little bit of drama in the courtroom yesterday, because when Nick Houck walked in, it's apparently like an open courtroom. I guess there were a lot of seats, and he sat in a seat right in front of Krista Rogers' mom. And that in turn, Krista Rogers' mom got up and and moved seats. So is that something that, like, as an attorney, you would be like, hey, let's not be ridiculous here. Don't sit in front of the mom in a trial where the mom's daughter has been murdered. Already, how would you handle that as attorney?
Well, so in his part that I didn't know about, I was a little confused about this, so maybe you can fill me in. Was he sitting, like, in front of the rail or behind the rail? Because if he was sitting...
It looked like he was sitting... To me, it looked like he was sitting behind the rail, like just in where the crowd would sit.
Well, then, if I were his attorney, I would have pulled him aside and said, don't be dumb.
Okay.
Don't do that again.
Especially in a wide-open room. There's a ton of open seats.
Yeah, I mean, if that was the only place where there was any room, the smart thing would have been to go ask somebody else to switch seats with him. But, yeah, no. I mean, if you're sitting in front of the rail, obviously defendants have a specific spot where they have to stand and sit. If you're sitting behind the rail, no, don't go sit next to the victim's family. That's just not good. It makes you look like a less than nice individual.
Yeah.
And that's language I could use on the radio.
Yeah, especially as a defense attorney, you don't want your client to look any less nice than what the prosecuting attorney is already going to try to make them out to look to be, right?
Correct. I mean, a lot of trial strategy nowadays goes into psychology, the way people think, the way people act, those types of things. And the last thing that you want to do is come across as a less than genuine human being, a less than nice human being. I mean, you don't want to be fake. You don't want to go in and start, smoozing people and looking fake, because that's going to backfire. But you also don't want to be petty. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. You don't want to look petty. And going and sitting in front of the victim's mother, that's just a bonehead move.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah. With Brian Bailey, the Bailey Law Group, 859-236-8888. Your hometown team of the Bailey Law Group. Brian, do you have anything on your mind today, any topics you wanted to touch on and talk about?
Well, I was just thinking that since, tomorrow's the 250th birthday of this great nation that we live in, that we talk a little bit about the sign of the Declaration of Independence and kind of, lawyers' roles in our country's history. So
yeah.
you may or may not know this, but there were, I think, 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence. Of those 56 signers, 25 of them were lawyers. And as I was reading that and setting up on that, I was thinking about something that my constitutional law professor said to me my first semester of con law. So we had to do these papers, and I turned in my brief, and you have to understand, let me preface this with saying I love that man. He's one of my favorite people. He was one of my favorite professors. And so I got his comments back on my paper, and they were far less than kind, with a note at the bottom that says, schedule a time to come see me in my office. So I'm like, oh, dear God, I'm about to get kicked out of law school. I don't know what I've done wrong here. I mean, I don't know what I said, but I'm about to get kicked out of law school. And so I schedule a meeting, get to his office, and we sit there, and he looks at me and said, listen. He said, we're lawyers. We're not carpenters. We're not doctors. We're not plumbers. We don't build anything. We change the world with our words. And you have got to be more careful with the words you use and the words you choose going forward. And that is one of those things that is stuck in my mind since that meeting. And when I think about things like the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States and some of the other great documents of our nation's history, and I look at the way they were written, that statement comes back to me time after time after time. We're lawyers. We don't build houses. We don't create anything with our hands. We change people's minds with our words. And if just some of the words that Thomas Jefferson used in the Declaration, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. When we as just normal citizens, normal Americans, read those words or hear those words, they stir something within us. And so that's what I'm thinking about. I'm going down a little bit of a rabbit hole here, but that's what I'm thinking about when I'm today, thinking 250 years. And the funny part is, so I'm sure a lot of your listeners will remember this, Joe. I'm sure you won't because you weren't born yet. But I actually remember the bicentennial. I was in first grade, and we had this huge celebration where everybody dressed up in like period costumes. We had the tri-corner hats, and had a bunch of grade school kids reading the Declaration of Independence and some of the documents from that time period. I'm getting tongue-tied here, and it's kind of cool because here we are. I'm turning around like, well, where did 50 years go?
Yeah. Back in 1976.
I remember celebrating the bicentennial.
Wow. 50 years ago, I'm doing the math. 1976, Brian, you were a first grader.
I was a first grader in 1976. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Brian Bailey Law Group. Now, you did mention something that sparked a question in my head. You talked about, I'm going to not remember the quote, but attorneys, like you shape the world with your words or whatever the quote that you used. Have you ever left a courtroom, and I'm sure you have, where you're like chest held high, head held high, because you're like, I just knocked that out of the park. I nailed it.
I have. Yes, I have. Those moments are much farther and fewer between than the moments where you left the courtroom. I think, thank God my con law professor wasn't here to see this. but yes, there have been some times when we've left the courtroom and thought, man, we nailed it. So
what's that feeling like to know that, like, and maybe it's you're going against another side, another attorney, and you just feel like you're playing chess while he or she is playing checkers, so to say, as the kids would say. You're just 2 steps ahead of this person every single turn.
It is a good feeling to have, and it is, honestly, it is one of those rare moments, and they do stick out in your mind because unlike a builder, like I was reading an article this week about the Taj Mahal, which I think was built by, I can't remember the Shah's name, but Shah so-and-so, as a monument and tomb for his wife. I mean, here we are. I don't know how old the Taj Mahal is, 1,000 years old, something like that, and we can still see that. So what that builder's monument, all of us can see it, and you stand back. Here's the thing: unless our words are written down, like things like the Declaration of Independence, or speeches that get transcribed, like Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, those words, they go out into the air and they're gone, so to speak. So those moments are few and far between, and you do hold on to them as a lawyer, because you're like, man, I remember I nailed that. Nobody else around me probably remembers that, but I remembered it, and that's my Taj Mahal, if that makes any sense.
Yes, yeah.
Because we don't, Now, fortunately, or unfortunately, depending on your perspective, unlike the 250 years ago, where they were signing the Declaration of Independence, or Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, those things. Fortunately, we have the Declaration of Independence. Fortunately, we have several copies of it that were preserved, because back then, unless it was written down, we didn't record things. We didn't have video. We didn't have the internet. So these things would be created and lost to history if they weren't preserved. So nowadays, I mean, you've got a little bit more where if you're in the courtroom and you just have a phenomenal speech, you could probably go get the recording, because everything's video recorded nowadays. But it's still not the same as being able to go to India. I think India is where the Taj Mahal is at, and look at the Taj Mahal and go, wow. I don't know if that makes any sense what I'm trying to say or not, but yes, they do stick out in your mind.
Yeah, the Taj Mahal moments. I mean, I've left broadcasts before, or games before, that I've called and felt like, wow, I did a really good job that game. Then there are ones where you feel like, wow, I could have prepared better, or I messed that up, or I should have said that differently, and I'm sure most people who are in jobs like where you're speaking publicly probably have those moments where, I know I've heard my dad say multiple times, leaving a church, he's like, I forgot to say this in the sermon, and forgot, and like everybody in the crowd listening had no idea he forgot to say that, but you beat yourself up over those.
You do, because you're like, especially in jobs like your father, where you're preaching to a crowd. I mean, you have an ultimate goal there, which is to bring them to a faith and understanding and belief in Jesus. And if you walk out of there and you go, well, nobody responded to the altar call, you do. I can imagine you do beat yourself up. You're like, well, man, what did I miss? What should I have done differently? So, and again, I'm going down a little bit of a rabbit hole, but yeah, I can see how your dad would feel that way. That makes perfect sense. I felt that way walking out of a courtroom going, oh, why didn't I say this? If I'd said this, would this have made a difference? And that is, and those probably are the times that haunt you more than the times where you nailed it. It's the times where you walk out and you didn't, or you missed something, or you forgot something, and you're like, oh, if I'd said this, would it have made a difference? And those are honestly, those are tough times to deal with. But which is interesting, because it brings us back a little bit full circle to the Declaration of Independence. I don't know how accurate this story is. It's a bit apocryphal in nature, but there have been discussions, I guess, over the years that Thomas Jefferson had to take out a whole big passage dealing with slavery out of the Declaration of Independence to get consensus from the rest of the colonies to actually sign the Declaration, because and Thomas Jefferson's life is an interesting one, because he's a man of contradictions. Mm-hmm. We remember him as being anti-slavery, but he owned over 100 human beings.
Yeah.
His family for years denied his relationship with Sally Hemings, but from the studies, it sounds like him, as best they could in that situation, him and Sally Hemings had a very loving relationship. So, but getting back to that one spot, he had a whole passage about condemning slavery and about how it was wrong, and about how King George had promoted it, and it was a bane on the colonies. And had that passage been left in, one wonders if 80 years later we would have found ourselves, as a country, struggled in in a civil war, or if that passage had been left in and things had progressed the way that I've heard Thomas Jefferson wanted it to progress, slavery would have gone away with our ownership by England, and we'd not only be celebrating 250 years of independence, but 250 years of freedom for people of all colors.
Yeah.
And again, I'm speculating. I've digressed. I'm sure there's plenty of arguments against what I said, but I have read those stories that there was a whole nother paragraph or two that got left out in order to get consensus so that we could get all 13 colonies on board.
Yeah. Brian Bailey, Bailey Law Group, 859-236-8888. Your hometown team will step aside. We'll come back. Brian, we'll have about 4 minutes or so, maybe less than that, to talk. We've got I got some interesting, I guess we can call them frivolous lawsuits. We haven't talked about these in a while, so we'll talk about some of these and what you think about that. Coming up next on The Joe Show.
Caring for someone with memory loss isn't a one-size-fits-all situation. In fact, the needs of someone in the early stages of dementia or Alzheimer's are very different from someone in their later stages. That's why the Lantern at Morning Point of Danville Memory Care offers a one-story home-like community featuring 2 distinct memory care areas, each designed to meet residents where they are in their journey. Giving you an excellent, thoughtful approach to memory care, you can trust the Lantern professionals at Morning Point of Danville Memory Care, offering the right setting, right support, right time at morningpoint.com.
Need your property looking its best? Call Homescapes LLC, a trusted source for all your home, service, and property maintenance. We're licensed and fully insured, handling both residential and commercial properties with confidence. Lawn care and treatments, landscaping, excavation, construction, and tree trimming and removal. One call does it all. Call 859-613-9161. That's 859-613-9161. And let Homescapes LLC get the job done right.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
Pioneer Playhouse is celebrating 77 years in the Bluegrass. We're Kentucky's oldest outdoor theater, and we're right here in Danville. Enjoy a home-cooked dinner in our shaded courtyard before the show. Shows are nightly, Tuesday through Saturdays. New show time, 8 o'clock p.m. instead of 8:30. Dinner is optional, and now served only on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. The Iron Baby Angel, adapted by Robbie Henson, a Kentucky Voices world premiere, June 30th through July 18th, closed July 4th. Follow the misadventures of a young Harold Hines Jr., a precocious Tom Sawyer-like character, as he navigates the quirky places and unique faces that populated Danville in 1909. This Kentucky Voices original celebrates our hometown history and America's 250th anniversary. Pioneer Playhouse is located at 840 Stanford Road, here in Danville. When the sun goes down, the stars come out at Pioneer Playhouse.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stuart Powell Ford and Mazda. All of us here would like to thank everyone in Boyle and the surrounding counties for once again selecting our dealership as a #1 new car dealership, used car dealership, and place to have your vehicle serviced. We strive daily to meet every need of every customer, and since 1949 we have been providing quality products and services at a fair price while treating our customers and employees with respect. Stop in at 225 South Danville Bypass and see just how easy it is to do business with us.
Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is Ronald Howard. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Danville. We understand that every financial decision is personal. That's why we offer local expertise and reliable service. Let's find the right solution for you. Call me at 859-236-9822 today, and let's take the next step together. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hey, 9:57 in the morning, 80 degrees on a Bailey Law Group Friday with Brian Bailey this morning. And Brian, we'll have about a minute or so to talk about this, but this is an interesting lawsuit. As a child, did you ever cringe of the thought of maybe a family member who insisted on squeezing your cheeks or kissing you or whatever? Well,
I hated that. Or when they would I don't like people touching my hair when they would touch my hair.
They tassel your hair or whatever, yeah.
I hated that.
One 8-year-old boy felt the opposite for his aunt, Jennifer Connell. When she attended the boy's birthday party, her nephew was so excited the aunt was there, Aunt Jen. He leapt into her arms, caused her to fall and break her wrist. Now, Connell claims the overly excited boy was negligent and careless. Well, he's 8 years old, of course he is, and should have known that a forceful greeting such as the one delivered could cause the harms and the losses suffered. So she sued, I guess, her nephew's family. Either would have been her brother, sister, or brother-in-law, sister-in-law. $127,000, the cost of the medical and legal bills. Connell says the injury has affected many aspects of her life. In the lawsuit, she attested that she was at a party recently, couldn't even hold her plate of hors d'oeuvres while she was trying to sit at this party and be at this party. What do you think about this, Brian? An aunt sues her 8-year-old nephew for his negligent hug.
I think she would no longer be my favorite aunt.
Yeah, wouldn't be my favorite aunt anymore either. That's a great point.
But, I mean, that's... You know what that sounds like to me?
What's that?
That sounds like to me like she didn't have the money to cover the medical bills, and I bet there's some collusion there. I bet her brother-in-law or brother or sister-in-law / sister probably said, "Listen, sue us. Our homeowners insurance will cover it."
Oh, that's a good point.
We'll go from there. So yeah. I'm betting that's what happened, because otherwise, I just can't imagine how awkward family holidays would be.
Yeah, that's true.
Going forward.
Brian Bailey.
But I bet that's what happened.
Bailey Law Group, 236-8888. Brian Bailey, appreciate you being on. Little Eddie Montgomery leads us home with the Eddie Montgomery concert tonight. Brian, appreciate you. Talk to you next Friday, okay?
All right, Joe, have a good 4th. I'll talk to you next Friday.
Bye. It's Brian Bailey, 10 o'clock in the morning. The Joe Show has come to an end. I'll see you dark and early Monday morning right here in the Joe Show on WHIR.
And this is my town.
Yeah, this is my town.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230.